I need to check the thing. I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, we can be heard.
We
can
heard.
be partly seen.
We are seen.
Get this fucking thing off.
That's not a terrible camera. I mean, you got to move.
That's not a terrible angle, you know, but it does need to be moved a little bit.
Just a touch. Oh,
wrong way.
Yeah. Hello, people. It's us again doing a live.
Don't speak for me. Oh, hold on. There's a double thing going on right now. Hold on.
Why is it doubling us?
It's because it was the webcam.
Oh, the webcam was trying to pick us up.
It's gone now. See, that's what you. It's because you got this fucking technical-minded genius here to be able to sort it out for you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's definitely it.
Alright, is the cat still in here? There's a cat in the curtain, do you know? Is it not actually?
I don't know.
Kenny! Actually, I know how I can get it. Right there. Right there. I told you I could get it like that.
Do you have a high...
We're doing a lot, I'm already on screen doing a lot of podcasts, I forgot to tell you, but everything's shut now so the cows come straight in. I'll unlock the door. She's in with us.
She's coming out again. This is the start of the live, ladies and gentlemen.
Tonight's one, Mum.
Don't worry, it's going to change.
Just go back. Anyway, yeah, I need to go. I was having a conversation with my mum about her carers, you know.
Oh,
while
right.
we're live on stream. I've got the kitty! Jesus, I'm up. You can carry talking to them. Oh my God.
Oh my word. Okay, so we've got a cat.
You know, where's the cat? 'Cause I just saw her right here. I'm like, no, you didn't. My mum apparently is fucking hallucinating now.
She's got another cat in here somewhere.
Look at that sexy ass shit right there. I can't figure out though if it's like, I think I need to brim up to be fair.
Are you a brim?
Kind of looks like a top hat, don't it, from there?
It does a bit. It's got a bit of a trilby vibe.
I like it, you know. I'm
It does suit you. It's a 90s looking hat as well, and the 90s are coming back in.
The 90s is kind of, everything always comes back when everything rotates back.
I think that's your kind of hat, mate. I still haven't found my kind of hat.
My kind of hat is a hat that fucking fits. Literally, I saw a hat. If I'm in a shop and I see large or extra large, I'll buy it.
Oh no, it's not big enough for me. I literally.
No, my head's huge. If my head,
I was at a medieval fair the other day.
It won't come up fully.
I'll say this before. I had a medieval fair the other day. Right, I picked up an extra large cowboy hat.
Right.
It didn't even remotely fit.
Yeah, but that's a cowboy hat.
Here we go.
See, there's a fit to it.
It's all right, but I need it to go like an inch lower.
Yeah, it's not perfect on me either, but I mean, look.
It suits you better than it suits me, I reckon.
Well, that's just because you don't think things suit you as much, probably, though.
Oh no, there's definitely a hat out there for me. There's a hat out there for everyone.
There is hats.
You just need to find your hat.
I used to when I was younger. I used to like the flat, not the flat caps. Just the actual like a hat, you know, but the flat brimmed one. She plays with gloves. She's always playing with nurses' gloves.
Yeah.
The flat brimmed kind of you know, your general chav hat.
Yeah.
I like them for a bit. And then my oldest asked me like, why do you not wear them anymore? Why have you only got like when they're around, when I've actually got them all hung up?
Yeah.
Why do you only wear like beanies and stuff now? And so I just feel like after a certain age, them kind of hats are kind of kidding.
They look stupid. They
don't look stupid. I think they look very cool. So
No.
Backwards, especially.
There's an area. It's weird as well. It's like a bell curve, right? So
what?
A bell curve. It's a type of graph, so it goes like that, right?
Okay.
The acceptability of wearing a baseball hat.
Right.
Starts very high when you're a kid.
Yes.
A kid in a baseball cap, fucking cute as hell.
Even
right? It goes all the way down in this curve until you reach around about your mid-30s. Now that is the last moment, realistically, when you're allowed to wear one of those hats.
It feels like
because once you start getting to the late 30s, 40s, all the way up until like the late 40s, that's a 10-year period where you look a dumbass if you're wearing that hat.
40s feels a bit much. Then it's like It's harder if you've got a
But-
point maybe for it though. Say
Yeah.
if you're like a hip hop artist.
That's it. That's a different thing. But then once you reach 50, you start reaching the Rubicon of I don't give a fuck.
I don't know though. 50 is the kind of like
No,
to
that's
look
the thing.
good. You shouldn't be wearing it
This is
anymore.
the thing. No. It's not. It's not about looking good.
No, but if it's about
It's
style,
a-
then you shouldn't.
No.
be.
But it's not giving a fuck.
Okay.
So the people who don't give a fuck tend to wear it better because they don't give a fuck. So
See-
once you get to a certain point, it starts at 50.
yeah,
That's the bottom of the curve.
I know what you mean.
But it
yeah.
starts going up again until you get to around about the age of 80, 90, where if you see an old bloke in a fucking baseball cap and he's 80 or 90, you're like, yeah, that's rad. I don't mind that. That's cool.
I don't think that ever.
I do.
never. That's just really good.
It
though, 'cause I like
suits an
them,
old
mate.
bloke. It suits like that's why presidents always wear them at baseball games and stuff like that. It suits an
No,
old bloke.
presidents
he
wear them
stop-
because they're easily
I'll
marketable.
tell you what it is. A man stops looking like he plays baseball. He starts looking like he has no interest in baseball. And then he starts looking like he's teaching kids to play baseball. Now that's
I know,
the
you
other
for-
side
I know,
of it there.
You forgot about the other length of it because we're talking about presidents. You've also
Yeah.
got Biden, whose skin now makes him look like he's a baseball.
That's true. Yeah, he is now a baseball. He may as well wear the hat.
Oh, I don't know. That'll be weird. He might as well draw some red lines on his face.
Yeah, and speaking of presidents, I
Oh.
guess we're going to have to talk about the elephant in the room, which weirdly
Ah.
enough is not the cat.
Oh.
Because the cat is constantly messing
Oh,
about.
she's having the time of her life back there,
she's
man. It's
loving
all
it.
she does. She's climbing. If you can obviously can't see, she's behind the curtain right now.
Yeah.
Go there.
Yeah.
She's behind the curtain right now, kind of climbing up the neck curtain stuff.
Yeah.
She's swinging around.
It's her favourite thing.
Every now and then she'll meow like as if she's saying, "Oh, help me down, Schumann." But
Yeah.
then a second later she'll be down anyway. Because I always go and help her, and she's not in distress at all.
No.
She's just like, so she's looking at me, just laughing at me.
I was playing a little game with her as well. I lifted up the thing
Yeah.
so that she could see me, and then I gently put it back down over the top of her, and she was like, "Oh, I'm going to sneak attack him. Oh, I'm going to sneak attack him so hard." And I saw this little paw just pop down on top of the radiator, and then literally 3 seconds later, she was on my arm. It's like,
It is funny how cats have this idea that they're still in some way like.
invisible.
No, that they're still in some way an animal that means anything now.
Oh,
If
yeah.
they're still in the like, they're still out hunting things.
Yeah, like they can take us down. They
Yeah,
think.
I mean, if
A
they,
cat is definitely right up its own arse enough to think that it could take down a person. If you went to any cat
Yeah.
in any bar after it had a couple of drinks, a couple of snoots of the old catnip, it'd be like, yeah, I could take down a man. Easy, I could take down a human. It wouldn't even fucking break a sweat, mate. Cats are that fucking like
Cats are
ego driven.
cats are evil, really. Realistically, normally.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say anything against that cat though, because she's
Yeah.
a fucking love bucket.
It's true.
But she's probably lulling me to a false sense of security to
let-
one day eat me.
Let's face facts.
I don't mind.
Cats are very different to dogs because dogs can get joy from a lot of things. They get joy from food. They get joy from playing with fetch. They get joy from running around, and they get joy from
They get joy
sniffing
from
things.
existing.
Dogs love it, whilst cats they only really get joy from three main things.
Go on, let's
That
see if
is
they fit with
food,
this one.
sleeping, and killing other things.
She does love killing stuff.
All cats
She's brutal,
love it.
man. They like it's like they torture them.
Yeah.
I've even started being a party in it now. If she's trying to get a fly and the fly's just like way too high, I'm like, you're being a bitch now. Like, be fair.
Yeah.
So I start picking up and
Yeah.
And she like trusts me too much. That she's like, yeah, navigate me, human.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him down.
We've got a couple.
Yeah.
But I think there's a couple others there too, though. They do like they do just like their fuss. If they're a cat that likes their
Oh,
fuss, they love their fuss.
That's true. Fuss is
when they want it.
That's it. It's an on and off switch for most cats, and you can't tell when you flip the switch.
Yeah. She's definitely more fussy than not.
It's interesting that you have to use Schrodinger's box. The
How mean that is.
Yeah, the concept of having a cat in a box with a tube of poison that will break at some random time you're not sure, so the cat is both dead and alive to you conceptually.
Or maybe never, hopefully.
That is also the way cats view you and your arms.
Oh, she can't remember her name, man. She's going to fucking
She's going
fester
to
for
cause
me.
so many issues if she does that.
Oh, No, not on there, cheesy. No, the carers are coming now, so I can get rid of her soon.
Yeah.
And by that I mean in the chokey.
Oh.
So yeah, I was going to say something so much meaner then. She lay down or lying there, and it just took away all my vicious force that I wanted to try and come up with something.
Well, she
Originally, I was going to go down the Saw route that you do in the horror films.
Yeah.
And then she lay down like that, and I'm like, look, she's even trying to get near my completely legal groceries.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said groceries.
Groceries.
I should have said greeneries.
Greenery.
It's probably where my mind was going.
Yeah.
But I went to groceries.
Yeah.
This actually a legit house, man, because you know that light bothers the shit out of my eyes and that.
Yeah.
And I just, because I haven't had any of my good tablets lately, because as I was on about it earlier, the dark was screwing me.
Oh, yeah.
So like for the last week, I've had nothing to really help me through it.
Yeah.
This is lovely right now. I cannot see the lights above me.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm going to start wearing sunglasses for this.
I wish I knew
I
where
couldn't
the
do
good doctors were, the ones who just prescribe you whatever you want.
Oh, you know what? There is one down the road that I used to have like that.
Oh, yeah.
We'd always have arguments about the stuff like whether I'm right or he's right. But he'd always in the end be like, yeah, let's do it though. Or just throw whatever drugs. It was more just the reasoning for it.
Yeah,
He
you
was
just wanted to
always-
make sure that you'd thought it through properly before you tried it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I want to go back to him, man, because I waited for ages to get onto this good doctors that I'm on.
Yeah, that's the way it is, isn't it? Though?
There's so many good, because there's so many though. I get, man, it's just, I was shocked though when they called me back the other day when I actually tried, well not the other day, like a few weeks back now.
Yeah.
They actually called me back, gave me an appointment the same day, even though, at first they couldn't. And not only that, they, the same doctor spoke to me, the one that put me in for the headache clinic.
Huh.
Yeah, she actually had a response from them, I don't know if I told you.
No.
I think I did actually. That their idea for the first 2 months was, well, try not taking any tablets.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah.
Like,
that-
alright. It's going great, as you can
Yeah.
tell. I'm having to hide myself from light.
I'm literally having to sort of text Carl and be like, hey, man, are you good to do this? Because if your head's falling apart, it's not an issue.
I feel
'Cause,
bad
like-
because most people, I think, just assume a lot of time putting it on, but actually,
Oh, no,
you
no,
seem
no.
to actually like.
I get it, dude. I get it.
You've probably
100%.
seen me a bit actually when I'm coming. When I'm
Yeah,
like,
I've seen. I've
after.
legit come here once or twice before when you've literally just been at the end of a headache, and you can see this sort of this
haze, like
haze. But as the haze goes, there's an elation because you're like, oh, the headache's going. And
Oh,
you can-
that is the one thing,
Yeah.
though, man. If you have a really bad headache,
Yeah.
you will never be so appreciative to be just, even if you're completely sober, you're not doing anything, but
Yeah.
suddenly you can just good. You can turn on the computer and play a game.
Yeah. Oh,
I still haven't really. I got to that point, so I haven't played Starfield for a while now.
that's a shame.
I tried a few days ago, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
The focus and stuff, man. I felt
And
like
it's
I
also-
felt like there was a bullet going through my head.
The thing is, you're focusing so hard on something that is emitting light directly into your eyes. It's
Exactly.
not like it's sort of off to the side or being reflected off of a
Yeah.
different surface. It's going straight in.
It constantly felt like I was getting a bullet in the head.
Yeah, it's horrible. The only time I've ever had stuff like that was actually, believe it or not, after I had my fucking first jab.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you got a bullet in the head.
No.
Oh.
No. I do appreciate it. Don't worry. But there's another.
So I was trying to give you a segue every
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
just
I
to
know.
mention what we was on
I know.
about.
But I just want to finish off this bit.
No, that's fine.
Because
That's
like the
fine.
first time I ever,
After like the third one, I was like, he knows what I'm doing. He's just
Yeah.
not doing it.
the first time I had a migraine
Oh.
ever
Oh,
was after I had one of the first COVID injections.
oh really?
Yeah, and I've only just pieced it together, and I haven't had
Wow.
one since.
One of my worst migraines I've ever had
You
was
know
after
what
my COVID injection.
You know what else it came with?
Hmm.
Kaleidoscope vision. I've never had that before. I had it
Kind of
twice.
spinny, tunnely
So I had
vision,
it. I had it 4 times after I had the injection. I've never had it before.
Well, I generally had one of my worst migraines I've ever had after that injection too.
Yeah.
For normally I have them for like a day. This
Yeah.
one lasted for like 3 days.
I was genuinely scared with the kaleidoscope vision because I
Yeah.
went to sleep and I thought it would go, and I woke up and it was still fucking there, and I was
So-
like, Jesus fuck,
So
what
is
is
it
going
kind of
on?
like what? So is that like kind of like
It literally-
tunnely?
So I
spinny?
had, you know that spiral for the perfect ratio thing where it starts off at one side and spins round.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean with the
It was
kaleidoscope
like
stuff
that.
in general.
It was right there in the centre of my vision, and it split like that. And it literally looked like if you
The
sort
audio
of
viewers
pressed,
are gonna be
no,
great
you know
with
when
that.
you sort of you know when you sort of press your fingers way too hard on a screen and it cracks.
I
Have
can
you ever
imagine.
seen that?
I can imagine.
Like in
yeah.
a TV show or a movie
yeah,
or something like that.
basically.
And
I
it's
can
sort of
guess what you mean.
It's still got the same colour, but there's like a fracture
Oh, yeah, there's
of it,
that
and
weird-
it's slightly changed.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like that all the way around in like blues and reds and like,
around like the edge of your
yeah,
vision.
just
or...
around the crack.
Wow.
It
Okay.
was so weird, man.
I get weird vision every time I get migraine, but I'm probably used to it. Did you get like a super hot head?
Oh, I don't think I did.
Because I realise I get that every time now.
Yeah.
And which is why I get like the proper like fever dream type shit.
There is something else that I literally forgot what it was just then as I was in the middle of thinking
Welcome
about
to my fucking life. Welcome, sir. It's a fun place to be.
Yeah.
The walls are padded. It's nice.
it. It is nice.
But you know, actually, I don't know how we got to it yet, and we've almost mentioned something else. Though
Yeah.
it is. We do need to talk properly about the whole Trump
We absolutely
thing.
do.
That
This
was
is-
crazy.
We've got some other things here. We've got some little sort of vaguely related stories to try and help put this into context a little bit as well.
What, the other assassination?
Yeah, the other assassination
Yeah.
attempts. We've got 10 assassinations throughout history.
Nice
All
round
of them
number.
sort of have some kind of relevance.
Oh, that
to
on
them.
top of Trump? Because
This is on top of Trump, yeah.
11.
We've got 11.
Trump would love 10 people on top of him.
It is. I mean, should we just talk about how the fact that he's just won the election?
Well, this is just one thing I've said as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, he has won the election.
He's
now.
won it.
I'd already think he'd pretty much won anyway.
Yeah, we
but
were
that
all
secured
pretty
it.
much on it, but that is 100%
Yeah.
secured it.
It's
He has
history, it
just
feels like
survived
history.
an assassination attempt. Not only does that legitimise him as a sort of
Badass.
a badass tough guy,
He
'cause
does.
He genuinely did fucking just go like, "Fuck you, motherfucker."
Yeah, when he was
at the
being
end of it.
dragged off, like that was fair play.
Yeah.
Like well, no, actually, they had already been told that the shooter was down, so
Yeah.
he knew. Well, no, they didn't know. That's the thing.
He didn't know.
No,
In the middle of it, he
knew.
wouldn't have known.
The people that were dragging him
Oh,
like,
yeah,
told
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
But
Right.
they didn't know that there wasn't any others.
No,
You couldn't
that's
know.
true. And the only thing that is sucky about it is that I think one or two people died, and yeah, two people got injured.
Two people got injured. One
person
guy
died.
The one guy that died was I forget his name now, but I was watching something about it earlier.
Yeah.
After the initial
Can I
shot,
already,
yeah, because there was a volley of shots to her. I gave it.
Yeah.
I'm not even using it myself. There was a volley of shots.
It was 6 shots.
I
six
thought I heard
shots.
7.
Well, I'm
6 or
pretty
7
sure.
is what I heard.
Yeah,
I think, actually, so it
six,
could have been 6. Yeah.
So it was like tut, 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 tut,
Yeah,
tut,
yeah.
tut, like that,
And
and you really feel like fucking hear it.
Yeah, yeah. After the first shot, basically, it seems that this guy dove onto his wife and daughters, and then got shot while shielding them. So fair play to him, to how
Yeah.
very much fair play to him. That's a bit off actually. Now looking at this, that was like like obviously he would have been more than happy to have gone out in that situation.
To save his daughters
save
and
his
his
daughters and
wife,
wife.
yeah, but I mean, it shouldn't be
Obviously,
like. And
shouldn't never
here's the
happen.
thing, ladies and gentlemen: if you think that someone's political opinions are wrong, and you think the way of dealing with that is by shooting them, you are immediately less legitimate than that person. So whatever your fucking opinion is, has now been made less legitimate because people can view it through the lens of, well, people like you are crazy enough to try and kill Trump.
Well, no. I think it's been made definitely less legitimate considering he's dead.
Yes.
That would have
but-
definitely made his
You know
opinion
what I mean?
less legitimate.
You know what I mean, though? It's like
Yeah.
this thing of like, well,
I don't know if it was that though.
I don't
That's
think
the
it's
thing.
100% that, but that is going to be a factor. That is going to be a factor in people's votes because they're going to look at one side and one side tried to shoot the fucking
Got you.
the guy running, and the other side didn't. Who are you going to vote for?
Well, that's the thing though. I mean, even like Biden and that came out like straight away.
Like, completely unacceptable.
Completely. What's the
Completely
word? Like being like essentially didn't
It's
say
essentially
it.
a treasonous act.
Oh yeah, it's the worst thing. You're trying to kill the. It's not like he's just a running either.
He was an actual previous sitting president.
Yeah, exactly. He's an actual
He's
president.
an actual president.
Yeah.
You don't lose that title. You just aren't the.
You're not
current
wrong,
president.
top fleet. I don't know if it means we're both mentally chatting. We got
100%.
But yes,
100%.
yes,
Totally.
yes. Or if it means Biden and Trump, then also yes.
100%.
But I mean, let's be honest, Top Flea, you probably mentally challenged yourself. We all are. But we love you still.
And we manage. We've got our podcast going. So if we're mentally challenged and we've got a podcast going,
Well, let's be honest.
Think about
I
what
think,
you could achieve.
To be honest, I think if we're talking about presidents, we're talking about
Yeah.
anyone in the social view. They're all mentally challenged, and I
Yeah.
like them for it.
Yeah.
Well, not the people that does the shooting actually. Not them.
No,
Did you see who the guy was anyway though?
I didn't actually know.
Oh, no, he was a 20-year-old,
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
but he was like the geekiest of geeky looking white dudes.
Yeah.
He hasn't got any social media. Although apparently they found out he might have had, that he has got a Discord.
Okay.
Which I don't really understand what that. I've got one now myself.
Right.
Because apparently I got told by Callum Gaddafi, the comic, you've got a good channel. Check out Callum Gaddafi on Twitch and stuff. I think it might be, it's probably already linked in some of my Twitch videos as well. So, what's the fucking point now? Why did I mention him?
I don't know.
Why did I even
I don't
mention
know.
him in the first place?
I'd quite like to know what Top Flea's opinion is on Trump. I mean,
Let us know, man. Like we can see him. It's actually working.
It's
for once,
working.
the
We can
chat,
actually
so
read what you're saying. So
I could type
this
it,
is the
but
time.
I'm
right?
guessing I don't really need to type it.
No, they can hear us.
Well, you think so?
You think?
I hope they can hear us.
Yeah.
And I just can't be.
I mean, that might be why he's calling us mentally challenged. Anyway,
That's a good point. Actually.
what was I saying? So, yeah, I genuinely have never. I never thought we'd actually see it happen.
Yeah,
It's one of those
yeah.
things that people talked about a lot.
Oh, that's why I mentioned Callum because of Discord.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
trying to figure out what Discord was.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I genuinely, I don't.
I did not expect to. It's one of those things that's like we talked about it before, and I said about that being the possibility.
Yeah.
More so, I remember talking about it with RFK as well because that seems to be the thing with his family. It's what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not surprising at all that it happened with Trump, but it's also exceptionally surprising
I know what you mean because it's one of the.
now that it's happened anyway.
I don't. I mean, he's won. He's totally won.
Oh, he's won. Yeah, he's 100% won from it. He was going to anyway, and this is just
It's solidified it.
it's
the icing on the
solidified it.
cake.
Yeah. Which I mean, I've already heard some of like the
One
conspiracy
of our
theories.
tap it out.
Oh yeah, that they did it to himself and all that. For that reason.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like he's not going to literally risk his life. He's
yeah.
inches from death. Like the fact that he took out his ear. I assumed as well when I saw it that it was like a handgun or something in the
Yeah.
crowd.
No, it's a rifle.
Not really than a full-on rifle. And not only that, did you know people had seen the guy up there?
Oh yeah,
Like
there's
before
photos
it.
of it.
Yeah, they'd seen it. They'd called the police over right there and told. I know. I'll come through in a sec.
It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd caught they'd even told the police right away there. This guy's up there, and they were saying, but then they could still hear him on stage. They were like, "Why is he still there? There's a guy right there with
Yeah.
a thingy."
I mean,
And the
someone
area-
dropped the ball.
The
Let's face
area
that.
where he actually was as well. He
Yeah.
was outside of the perimeter of the rally.
Yeah.
He wasn't within the rally, but the rally was on a
Hey,
grass
hey,
verge
hey,
thing.
man, how's it
Hey,
going?
Dom! I mean, that guy.
That guy.
I love that when we can actually see the freaking
It's really
comments.
good, yeah.
It's nice, man. Good on you, Dom.
Yeah.
See, that proves right then, though, that it doesn't show you all the things that come through because the number hasn't changed.
Yeah, no, it hasn't.
So
That's fine. That's fine.
from the beginning, I mean, as well.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been there from the beginning.
Yeah.
Hello, dude.
How's it going? Yeah.
Hippie, do you like my bucket hat?
I think it
Right,
suits
actually,
him.
no, he's going to fucking insult you. He insults everything.
Well, that's fine.
Actually,
I think
if
we
he
need
doesn't
to
like...
have the evening out. We need to have his opinion, which will tell you how bad it looks, and mine, which will tell
Well,
you.
no, I've decided this.
There we go.
I've decided this a while ago with the hippie man. That if he doesn't like what I'm wearing, generally it's quite good.
Oh,
Thank
right,
you.
I see.
So thank
I
you.
see. That's how
Thank
you
you.
run it now, is it?
That's my basis. If he likes it, then I'm like, okay, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take it to a charity shop.
Yeah.
But then even they won't take it.
Lies. Yeah.
You see, that's the thing. He's saying lies. He knows it's true.
Oh well.
If I take it to a charity
It's
shop,
what-
I'm like, yeah, I bought this and my girlfriend likes it and I'm not sure. They're like, oh, I don't think we want it, That was actually part of the
He
reason
does.
I wanted
He
it.
genuinely does.
That was part of the reason I wanted it. I was like, yeah, Kevin and Perry got large, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got action.
Does that make me? What's her name?
Perry?
Yeah, but the one with blazer.
Oh,
Perry.
the chubby laugh.
Yeah.
God, I'm talking like him now.
Yeah.
Oh, who is she?
I don't know.
I keep going Harry Enfield, and that's not fucking right because it's a woman.
Yeah, Harry Enfield's Kevin.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I know something then. Cool. Okay. No, I don't know her name. You know.
No, I can't remember the name.
I mean, we've got the internet right in front of us,
Yeah,
but I
we
don't
could
care
do.
enough to look.
No,
to be
neither do I
honest.
really.
No.
No. I could literally do it.
What I got to before I got freaking interrupted by a goth. Yeah. The actual thing itself. Did you see how near they were? How near he was, like, to the actual Trump stage, like where the stage where he was. I guarantee I can find.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get a diagram actually. 'Cause
My bad. Carry on.
no, it's fine. You
No,
go
you're
ahead as
doing
much as
alright,
you want,
mate.
Dom. That's
It's
the
good.
point of a live one.
Yeah.
It's interesting when we can actually conversate with people and we can actually
It's
see
nice.
it now, which is cool.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm gonna have a look. So I'm not gonna be able to see this window anyway. I'm going on Chrome. It's not on that, is it? We want to go on Thingy at the moment because it was. I've not actually seen the picture then.
I've seen it, but I don't know where it is in context to where Trump was.
I don't. I'm just gonna show it up on here as well, so we can do it that way.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, that's way too big.
Way too big.
That is the only time I've ever been able to say that. God damn.
You're not
That
moving
feels
the
good.
right- that's
Yeah, I
different,
know.
yeah.
I'll get there, don't worry. Look, there's like 7 I need to go through apparently. Here we go, that's the right one.
There
we go. It's about there, maybe. Bit smaller.
Beautiful.
That works. Okay.
Beautiful.
And then I can make it big if I really want to. Why do I keep going to Chrome?
I don't know. It's an automatic
Yeah.
reaction.
It is to be fair, actually.
Right. So.
It was surprising, man, just how near it actually was. Like, that's how they really dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Because they asked the FBI in an interview afterwards. Hold on, shooting diagram. It should come up.
Yeah.
And the Secret Service, funny enough, got away, didn't answer any of it. What the hell is this?
Yeah. What
shit?
were the fucking Secret Service doing?
I'll find this out slowly as we go along. I'll find it eventually while we're talking one of your
Yeah.
bits rather than just take it over now. But yeah, they seem to have just dropped the ball fully with just thinking about
100%.
like the fact that it's the building. It had a perfect line of sight. Like there was nothing.
Because he's on top of a roof, isn't he?
Yeah, he bear crawled across a roof.
Yeah.
With a rifle.
And you can see the rifle.
And yeah, stayed there.
It's
for a while.
obvious
There's
as fuck he's got a rifle.
There was people. I reckon one of the only reasons it might not have hit is the fact that while he was trying to take the shot, there was all these people underneath him shouting shouting at him.
Yeah.
Like being like, "Police is there."
Well, not
blah,
only
blah,
that,
blah.
but
It was
again,
a bit,
like, you got to remember, the shooting is a lot more difficult than people give it credit for. You've got to take into account a lot of different things when you're pulling a trigger.
yeah.
And
Unless you're Alec Baldwin,
unless you're Alec Baldwin,
then you don't even need to pull a trigger.
it's just
Apparently,
natural to him.
well, you don't even need to pull a trigger. Apparently, it just happens. It just stands there and boom.
It just goes off.
It's amazing, man. Oh, I wish
Yeah.
I had that. Well, not right now, but
Again, technically with that one, it's difficult because technically
It's not
it's not his responsibility.
it's not difficult at all. Hence why it's been thrown out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that. It's been thrown out
has
now.
it? Already, yeah.
Finally been thrown
It's
out.
literally, it's not
Should've
his
been-
responsibility. It is
No.
the armourer's responsibility to know what is happening with every single fucking gun on that set.
Yeah.
That is their job.
And there's literally no reason whatsoever that it should have been there.
You shouldn't have brought live ammunition in ever.
Yeah, there was literally hold on, shooter placement maybe.
Yeah.
I know. Here
Right,
we go.
there we
Here we
go.
go. Okay, this is the kind of shit I was looking for.
Perfect.
There's some really good ones. Oh, what
Holy
is it?
shit, he got really close.
Oh, he was proper close. I'm just trying to look for a bit more of a zoomed in one or something. This is probably a better one here, actually. Okay, this is a bit better now. Although, can we go on to it and then zoom in, do you reckon? I see like young Jamie zooming in on that.
Yeah,
I don't know how he does it, because I try and do it, and when I zoom in, they get smaller.
I reckon there's a program or an extension or a plugin for it.
It's got to be here. Here we
There
go,
we go.
though. Here we go. Is that the best one at the top? No, this is the best
This
one, I
is
reckon.
it. So-
okay, so look.
Location of the gunman was there.
You know what I'm going to do as well on the thingy?
Oh shit, so like he was going for a side shot.
Not even that much of a side shot, really, if you think about it. Because, I mean, look, I'm just going to get it on big so everyone else can see it as well. Because if you go on to, look. So, I see what you're saying. It was kind of a side shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because these are the bleachers, and
And there's
trying
Trump.
to figure out exactly where Trump was.
The area of the stage where Trump was shot. It's pointing at that.
Yeah, because there was those seats behind you.
Yeah,
as well,
exactly.
weren't there?
Yeah.
So it wasn't that much of a side, you know. Like it was just shooting that way in it.
Yeah, but it's
Or
still.
from the other, I don't know.
It's still from. It's a definite. It's not coming from the front, which is where I thought it was coming from initially.
Oh, I see. Yeah, like over here.
Yeah.
he
No,
was
it's
more
it's
side-on.
coming from the side.
But it's not like, you know, this was the area basically for the thingy. Why would the Secret Service? And it's look, it's not exactly like there's loads of buildings around. It's the only building.
The only. Why did
It's
you
the
not
only
have
fucking building.
Secret Service men on those rooftops
Yeah.
already?
Yeah,
Why?
like, you know, that.
I mean,
would
look
have
at
been
that
a
fucking
perfect place
water
for
tower.
them.
He could have had a fucking a Secret Service guy on that water
Yeah.
tower looking down
Yeah.
on top of all the rest of it.
That
You
would have
know?
been the perfect place. But I mean, what's that? 400 to 500 feet between the shooter and Trump. That is. It makes no sense when you look at the place and why they wouldn't have people there.
It's almost miraculous he fucking survived that, to be fair.
It is. It is. He says, obviously, it's quite one of his Trumpian kind of quotes. You know,
yeah.
he was like,
Protected by God.
well, not even that. Though he was something like either it was pure luck or God, and most people are saying it was God.
Yeah.
Something like that. You know, it's like what?
Yeah.
It's like he's just assuming. No, it was definitely God, though. You know.
Yeah.
It is crazy. Like the fact he survived that is miraculous.
It is. Because the
Have you seen the
angle-
photo? Oh, I'll do it in a moment, yeah. Have you seen the photo of the bullet?
No.
One of them got a photo of the bullet. I think it was... They tried to say it was the one that hit him, but I think it was one that missed him because
Right.
to me, it's gone past him.
Right.
But yeah, they got a photo of the bullet mid-flight. I'll definitely be able to find that for you. Trump bullet photo. I mean, that'll probably be enough. Ah, what the hell? Oh, that's not the right photo at all. Oh, it's over here, okay. Fucking Yahoo is crap, man, I tell ya. Trump bullet. The crazy photo. That's the basic photo, it's just, it might be hard to see in the thingy one.
Oh, it makes more sense of
You
how
see a
he
bullet
got
there.
through. Yeah, because he was literally turning his head at that time.
Yeah, it's hard to see. Did you see the silver kind of line?
Seriously, if he hadn't turned his head
Yeah.
to look at someone at that moment, that would have gone through his fucking head.
Could have done. I mean,
Let's
we,
all
I think we
take
can't see
that
the
in.
perspective. Let's take this.
No,
Yeah.
but
any
realistically,
of the shots could
we
have.
know where that shot's coming from.
Yeah.
We know that guy would have been aiming dead centre on Trump's head, which means as Trump turned his head like that, the guy shot and it got his ear instead of him.
Yeah, well, he shot like 6 times, so
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not convinced that's
But the
what
thing
actually
is,
got him.
after he started shooting, the recoil is going to make each shot less accurate.
Well, actually, if I remember from the video, actually, it was more like he noticed something in, his
He
ear.
does that, yeah.
And then more volume started.
yeah.
So as if, they started just to
Well, that's
taking
the thing.
shots then.
That's the thing, because he
Yeah.
takes the first shot, which is close, but then he
Yeah.
knows, oh shit, I've been opened up.
Yeah,
I've just got to
yeah.
let rip.
Look at that photo. It's like, I think that photo is probably. I mean, the fact that he fought to do that as well,
Yeah.
has just solidified it. Being dragged off in blood and just. That was what made a career for there's a wrestler Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
And she'd been around for a while. She wasn't that much.
Yeah.
And then there was a random thing that happened. There was a big SmackDown versus Women's brawl, which meant nothing.
Yeah.
And then she got blasted in the face by the big woman, and her nose busted up and blood all over her. But then she was all like then walking off in the crowd with the others, being like, "Wow, come on, I'll be like a badass with this."
Yeah.
And since then, she's just been known to be a badass and been one of the most popular.
Yeah.
Made her career. This makes me think of that.
Yeah.
But this is like the political version of that.
This is going to be used as the triumphant return, to the White House. This is all playing into everything he wants,
And as you know, I don't dislike Trump, so I'm fine with this.
Me, I'm a bit more nuanced on the guy, but there we go.
I mean, it would probably be very different for me if he was our leader. but he's not.
Probably, yeah.
So to me, it's just more about the whole. I like the idea of having a strong person that makes people like Putin be afraid to attack people.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of that. I mean, I'm not against that.
Right, yeah.
I like somebody that'll make them think, you know what, we shouldn't fuck around too much because they'll blow us up if we do. I'm okay with that.
You like a bit of a hothead.
Well, no, but he didn't think about it, man. Like, he didn't do anything. People were making out like if he gets in again, like it's the end of democracy and all that.
Yeah.
It wasn't for the 4 years he was in before.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
There is a big contingent of people who see it as the second coming of the Antichrist, which, if you've been sort of, following along with American politics at any time throughout history, you'll realise this is not actually anything new. It's a different version of it. But, I mean, Trump is so similar to Reagan in so many different ways. He came from an entertainment background, and then people paid attention to him because, he was entertaining. And then people started listening to what he had to say. Now, Reagan managed to get 2 straight terms in a row, and he had full-blown dementia, like full-blown Biden dementia. But he still managed to get all the way through it because people liked him so much. Now, Trump already had people who liked him, and whether you like him or not, you got to accept the fact that he does have people who like him, right? And that means that this will have just turned all of those people completely fucking rabid.
Well, I've got something to show you actually saying that,
Yeah.
So,
Carl's just talking, by the way.
oh, they can hear me.
Now
you
they
can
can.
hear me. They should be able to hear me.
Now they can.
Oh, you can hear me. They can hear
I'm
me.
sure they could, but I just wanted to make sure, I don't want to be,
Okay.
assuming.
I do forget you care about the people.
I do care about the people.
Yeah, I don't like to do that. If you are still watching, Dom, don't feel like you can't
Yeah, you
message
can
or anything. Just so
always
you know, I was
message
only
in.
joking.
Literally, guys, this is an open forum.
Yeah.
This is the whole reason why we do it live. If you have any thoughts, if you have any ideas, if you've seen something that we haven't seen that you think is good,
especially, yeah.
let us know. Oh, his message is playing. That sucks.
Huh?
His messages are playing up. Hey,
Oh, that's convenient, isn't it? That's convenient. Yeah. Well, we're not looking at the messages right now anyway, because I wanted to show you something.
All right.
I reckon I can play this on YouTube, because if the person actually, he's all about free speech and all of that, you know, so he shouldn't block us.
Yeah.
I'm willing to take the chance.
Okay.
My favourite rapper at the moment, Tom McDonald.
Okay.
I think I've told you about him.
Mm-hmm.
Been my favourite rapper for a while, actually. But he does a lot of political stuff.
Yeah.
And so this happened, remember the assassination thing for
yeah.
us on like the night. But the next morning, he had this out.
You missed. Jesus.
Not just a thing, a music video too. A completely original song, but the next morning, he spent the night doing this. Just fucking
I
craziness.
respect that fucking hustle.
Same.
Holy shit.
And he is like a top level kind of, he just said independent, he hasn't signed with anyone, he did it all himself.
I love that.
And when you're starting to learn now the kind of stuff you have to do to be in that hip hop scene with P. Diddy and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
I get it a bit.
Yeah.
He's a whitey, it's harder for us in hip hop. He brought this out in like a day, man. It's crazy.
They burning the country down with their progressiveness. It started with changing what gender is, then graduated to your racist. If you think that your life matters and your skin don't have melanin, they don't want peace, they want skeletons. They want men to pretend that they're feminine. They don't want an election. They got so offended by freedom that they just try killing the president. I used to think that the woke were misguided, but now I can see that they're evil. Twitter is angry that Trump isn't dead. You know who got shot? Innocent people. Thought y'all were tolerant. Thought we were equals. I thought you valued how everyone feels. Then why are y'all celebrating an attempted assassination like you're part of it? Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't write. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you miss. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you miss.
How do they do this in a night, you know? I mean, like, how the hell? Bitch, you miss.
Told us trust the science, but it never made sense.
I won't play the whole thing, because...
No, yeah, obviously.
Well, just
I-
for
I
him.
mean,
if you guys like that kind of stuff, which I don't know how you don't, Tom McDonald, he's got loads of fucking great songs anyway. Check him out.
I mean,
He's like the top fucking rapper to me right now.
it's obvious where he's coming from.
Bitch, you missed.
You know me, I'm a bit of a lefty guy, but
He's a bit of both, to be honest. He is.
but I mean,
He has songs where he goes on both sides. Which I do like.
ultimately, my point doesn't matter. That the ultimate point is that's a pretty baller song.
Yeah,
It's a pretty baller song.
Yeah. See, I forget which is which, so I forget.
But again,
when
this
you
is
say that.
exactly what people say. Yes, you are back. Oh dear.
in between feeds.
Yeah.
In between feeds,
That's right.
you got a new little baba now.
But this just proves the point that I've started to find by researching a little bit of these other assassination attempts.
Right.
Is that if you ever try and assassinate someone, it very rarely goes the way people want it to
It doesn't
go.
work a lot, does it?
It doesn't.
No.
There's only a few situations where it's actually gone the way people have wanted it to go. We're going to cover a couple of those, but you'll find out it is distinctly in the minority.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Of course, I was taking the minorities. It's easier. Oh, that's not what you meant, was
That's
it?
not what I
Okay. Cool.
Should we hear about our first failed attempt?
Yeah. Go on.
So, Fanny Kaplan.
That's
Good name, innit?
a great name.
Great name.
Oh, actually, Mr. Evil Hippie can attest to this. We found a grave for somebody called Fanny Mould.
Oh, Fanny Mould.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh. Is that why she died?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe it weren't a name. Maybe it was cause of death.
That one, Fanny Mould.
Fanny
That
Mould, legit,
one,
man.
Cock Green.
See, good old Fanny Mould, he can attest.
I love that that's
If we ever go down the area, I'll take you to the grave.
Yeah, I'll have to find out old Fanny Mould. Right, so, she was born into a Jewish family and she served a sentence of hard labour during the Tsarist years for her revolutionary activities.
Okay.
She made an assassination attempt on Lenin himself.
That's Russia, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Lenin, is he after World War Two?
this was it was before World War Two.
Okay.
Stalin sort of took over for Lenin.
Okay.
Um,
And then the Beatles really took off.
oh yeah, yeah. Then they just fucking went across. It was a Russian
Yeah, I know,
invasion.
all over.
They went to Ukraine. They went to Poland.
Well, they took over ISIS. They took over ISIS, apparently.
Yeah.
It was the ISIS Beatles, or whatever they were called. It was a real thing.
What?
Yeah, there was a group of four, I don't know if it was ISIS or Al-Qaeda, it was one of them.
And they had a group who played Beatles songs.
No, they were just called the something
Oh,
Beatles
right.
because they were a group of British-sounding terrorists, basically.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah,
That's awful.
yeah, it wasn't a good name.
No. So, on the 30th of August in 1918, Lenin spoke at the Hammer and Sickle Arms Factory in southern Moscow.
Jesus.
As Lenin left the building and before he had entered his car, Kaplan called out to him. When Lenin turned towards her, she fired 3 shots with an FM M1900 pistol. One bullet passed through Lenin's coat and the other 2 struck him. One passed through his neck, punctured part of his left lung and stopped near his right collarbone. The other lodged in his left shoulder.
Okay.
So,
What was the name of the gun again?
this was an M1900 pistol.
I thought I would just get a picture. I can assume what it's going to look
Yeah.
like. Yeah, the classic freaking Russian-looking pistol. To be fair, actually, I thought it was going to be a bit more, the ones you see like in all the games where they're a bit more like from that kind of picture there. I thought it was going to have the curved top and stuff.
Yeah, no. It's a fairly standard looking pistol.
Yeah.
It was about the time when they'd gone away from revolvers and started going into clip loaders.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I can see that. Which obviously makes a fuckload more sense.
So much more efficient.
Yeah.
So much more efficient.
Imagine how many actors Alec Baldwin could have killed.
I mean, you know the old school revolvers didn't actually just auto chamber the next round as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you had to. That's why gunslingers always did the fanning thing.
Yeah.
Because you literally pulling, firing like that, as opposed to going pulling, fire, pull back, fire.
That makes perfect sense. I was wondering what that was. I
Yeah.
thought it was like pulling the clip back or something.
That's how they do it. Tree-shaped grave on old Fanny Mould.
Oh yeah, it was a big giant like on a tree grave thing.
Really?
Which is why we did debate at one point whether her name was actually Annie Mould and somebody had etched in an F.
And yeah.
It was old as well.
Right, okay.
Well, that's what some people thought. I don't.
Yeah.
I think that's just personally
Fanny was
disrespecting the memory of Fanny Mould.
Yeah, Fanny
myself.
was a great name at the time.
In the old days, it was a legit name.
Plenty of
Yeah.
Fannys, yeah. So
I wouldn't have
Lenin,
even meant vagina in the slightest.
yeah, Lenin was taken back to his living quarters at the Kremlin. He feared that others might be planning to kill him and refused to leave. The security of the Kremlin.
Well, what? So he'd already got shot in the shoulder and somewhere else, and he was worried that he might get shot again. And it's a good fucking thing to worry about.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, Lenin survived,
Then survived.
and she ended up going into
Did she just get like, bundled up then?
prison.
after that
Oh
happened,
yeah,
I'm
she was
guessing,
straight into the gulag.
Yeah.
Never to be seen again. Well, I say never to be seen again. Grigory Semenyov, a military commander in the SR who later turned state evidence against the group, testified in 1922 that Kaplan had been a member of his organisation and that she was regarded as the best person to carry out the attack.
Right.
Oh no, actually, some historians, have questioned the actual role of Kaplan in the assassination attempt.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Furthermore, a bullet removed from Lenin's neck after his death was found to have been fired from a weapon other than the one the Kaplan had.
Yep.
Wait, did he die then in the end?
No.
Oh, who the fucking hell? Oh, so they checked another bullet.
Yeah.
The bullet was left there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it wasn't fired from the same kind of gun.
So maybe she fired one and then somebody else did,
Yeah.
as is usually what happened.
Or someone had basically sort of set her up as a stooge,
Probably.
and someone else was trying to, actually finish the job and fucked it up. I don't know, but
Maybe one of the agents nearby.
maybe.
A lot of the time, I think that
The KGB were not there by this point, but the methods of the KGB were all
whichever the ones were there before were probably that.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw something about totally different thing. A terrorist group called the Red something faction, the Red Army faction,
Yeah.
and it was an American video talking about these terrorists.
Yeah.
And they just kept constantly talking about how the RAF love to kill people, and it was really jarring. Half the time, I was like, the RAF don't like to kill people. Well, they do like to kill people,
Well, they do.
but not them.
They like to kill the right people.
The white people,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Despite her refusal to name accomplices, the official announcement of the assassination attempt had Sverdlov blamed the right SRs, although it denied any involvement.
Yeah.
The official decree announcing the Red Terror was issued only hours after the Kaplan shooting and called for an all-out struggle against enemies of the revolution.
Viva!
Yeah. The Red Terror itself, by the way, was a campaign of political repression and executions in Soviet Russia carried out by the Bolsheviks, chiefly through the Cheka, the Bolshevik secret police. So basically the KGB before the KGB.
Oh, okay.
It was officially started in early September
Just
1918.
going around killing people they thought were
Yeah.
against the good guy,
against the political. So
Yeah.
this is, again,
That doesn't
what
happen
she
in Russia
wanted
at
to
all
do-
anymore.
No, what she wanted to do is she wanted to take down the leader of the oppressive regime as she saw it, and usher in a new era of change and glory for Russia. What she actually did is she got all of her friends hunted down and killed.
Success.
Success!
Success.
Success!
I mean, that shit still happens today, though, man. You see that Grigory... no, not Grigory. Oh, that's completely different thing.
Grigori Rasputin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole different guy.
Alexei guy, that one.
Alexei, yeah,
got,
yeah.
Did you see recently? His wife is now being she's charged. She's to be arrested. I don't know if she's already been arrested.
Yeah.
But so she's. What the hell do these people say?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Don't bother trying to take down Putin politically.
No.
He's the one person where if you really want to take him down, an assassination is your best bet.
Yeah.
Like, oh, come on.
You say that.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Here is from RBC Ukraine, an actual Ukrainian website. Ukraine. Assassination attempt on Putin took place but failed, Ukraine's intelligence team.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there's loads of failures.
Yeah. Defense Intelligence of Ministry of Defense of Ukraine is aware of attempts to assassinate Russian President Vladimir Putin. There have been attempts to assassinate the Kremlin leader, but so far they have been unsuccessful, says the Defense Intelligence Chief Krylyo Budanov. in an interview with NV.
That's a name, that is.
So, this is the author of this is Alexandra Bashenko. If you want to check it out, you can check it out on newsukraine.rbc.ua.
Oh yeah, I'm sure so many people listening to this are going to be like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to go into News Ukraine.
You've got to state where your sources are.
But to be fair, man, we
State
do
where
have
your
people
sources are.
literally all over the world listening to this.
Yeah, the
We're not
previous one was
watching this
taken
right now,
entirely
but
from Wikipedia. But there we go.
yeah, y'all on this need to book your stuff up to actually watch this, man. The audio people are whooping you.
Yeah.
Like, whooping you.
Yeah.
You know, over 15,000 people. Well,
Yeah.
not over 15,000 people.
15,000 views overall.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Or listens overall.
Not people.
Yeah. People listen to
That'd be
this
great.
stuff.
That'd
bro.
be bad, actually, if it was 15,000 different people, because that means every single person listened to one and was like, yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
coming
I'm
back.
out. Yeah. I don't think you'd have that many views though, or listens if people weren't coming back for more.
Well, no.
We've not done enough episodes.
That's true.
You know.
That's true, actually. That's very true.
So yeah, they attempted to assassinate Kremlin leader Vladimir Putin, but as you can see, they have failed so far," said Putinov.
No shit.
No fucking shit,
No shit,
motherfucker.
man.
Like, he's surviving assassination attempts even better than Trump is. Asked if Putin is a compromising
because-
figure for his inner circle, an arbitrator who... asked if Putin is a compromising figure for his inner circle and an arbitrator who suits everyone, he said that it hasn't been about compromise for a long time.
That sounds like the epitome of translation errors right there.
Yeah.
The problem with Putin as well, though, is
Yeah.
unlike like Trump, for example, or Biden, if you got Trump or Biden in a room,
Yeah.
like, you know, they could probably do the whap whap boom and all that,
They
and
could easily do the one.
bash. Exactly.
Yeah.
But Putin, he's like a legit badass, right?
Oh yeah, you get your ass kicked by Putin.
He's old. but
100% you get your ass kicked.
even
by
more
Putin.
so than that Hitman expansion that's gone on where you can kill Conor McGregor now.
Yeah, I've seen that. Holy fucking
Yeah,
shit.
I watched some speedrun people or different
Yeah.
people doing different ways.
I
Of
bet
doing
it's
it.
fun.
It's a fucked up type of game mode, though.
Yeah.
If you play that game,
Yeah.
you buy it, you buy the level.
Yeah.
If you play it, and if you die or the people, you know, like the agents or, you know, the security guards alert you or whatever, and
Yeah.
you die, before you kill him or the person he's fighting in the octagon match,
Yeah.
then you can redo it. But as soon as you kill him, and then if you die trying to escape, you can't play it again. You have to buy it again. You have
What?
one chance to do
What?
it. Yeah. There's two people. There's him fighting somebody else in the octagon as well. If he wins his fight to the death as well, then you lose.
What?
Yeah. You have to rebuy it again. I don't know why that's a thing, but it's a thing.
Who's gonna... Why would you pay for a bit of... How cheap is it? Is it like £1 a time?
I don't think. No.
Because that's not... I'm not paying like £5 for something I
I
can't
saw
play
it
again.
was like $14.99 something like
Oh,
that.
Jesus.
It's like a map that was already there, but it's a whole different thing. There's like been set up so that they never call him Conor McGregor. The pacifier or something like that.
Right.
He's having a
So it's a
fight to the
fucking
death.
Vin Diesel movie.
He's having a okay, mate. I might be wrong about pacifier. Like he's having a fight to the death with this tech guy, which is basically like a stand-in for Elon or Mark Zuckerberg,
All right.
and you can be his second and then easily bash McGregor out for some reason. Maybe that's why he hasn't got his name there, because Hitman can kick his ass.
Agent 47 is a genetically engineered super soldier.
Oh, is
essentially.
he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
part. Even though I played so many of them, I don't.
Like, he's a
listen.
clone as well, so he's like...
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, you can fuck him as long as you know you don't get fucked on the way out.
Yeah.
Then you got to pay more again.
Jesus Christ.
And I don't think you can play it again afterwards either. I think it's a one go thing. Even if you do it, you can't play it again.
Yeah. More about the assassination
Yeah,
attempts
yeah.
I'm putting just before we finish.
It
up.
made me think of Hitman. That's fair.
Budanov said that representatives of the Caucasus attempted to assassinate Russian leader Vladimir Putin at the beginning of Russia's full-scale war against Ukraine, but the
Ah.
attempt failed.
That doesn't surprise me.
Later, the representative of the DIU, Andrew Yusov, said that there were attempts on Putin's life even after that. He emphasised that his inner circle could pose a danger to him. Putin is so seriously afraid for his life, he started flying to Russian regions accompanied by fighter jets. Before that, they had accompanied him only on board.
Well, so he's worried about the people around him killing him, so he thought, I'm going to surround my plane with other planes with rockets on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying there, though?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm not surprised. He's like, I can imagine he's exceptionally paranoid about
Yeah.
it. And I imagine we don't even know the level of attempts that there's been. You know, he probably doesn't even know.
I mean,
the amount of failed ones that he probably doesn't even know
to
about.
survive as long as Vladimir Putin has in Russia is quite frankly a bit phenomenal. Like, the Russians have a real thing for taking out leaders when they don't like them.
Yeah, they're very
And
scared
like,
of him. Though.
yeah, there's a lot of people who will, like, he's got to have people who like test his food and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and he's got to have loads of, like, if I was Vladimir Putin, I wouldn't let anyone cook my meals for me. I'd do it all myself.
He ain't gonna cook his own meals, though. Let's be fucking honest.
No, exactly. He's not. Got
That ain't
time.
gonna happen.
That's not going to happen.
I think he would probably trust the.
He's probably got. He's probably.
They're
Like,
all so scared.
yeah, the thing is, he's got the chef at his house probably, and the chef has probably got all of his family there, and the family is
Kremlin.
surrounded day on day by men
Exactly.
with guns.
Yeah, yeah. Whereas I never see pictures of him mingling with crowds.
Yeah, no.
I only see pictures when he's around crowds. There's a lot of people in between them. Even though there are a huge contingency of people that apparently are very into Putin because he's done a lot for their country in a sense.
Yeah.
Like he's tried to in some way betterment Russia because he seems to care about Russia. I might be wrong here. Tell me if I'm wrong at all. I don't know.
I don't know.
Cares about Russia to the point he's like Russia only kind of thing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
the thing is, Vladimir Putin cares about his version of Russia.
yeah, of course. He's trying to build his version.
Yeah, and that's not necessarily everyone's version of Russia. It's certainly not everyone's version of
no.
Russia from outside of Russia.
Not from inside.
But even
either.
from exactly.
Yeah.
Even from inside, there's a lot of people who are like, "This isn't what we want Russia to be."
Yeah.
We want
But
Russia to
no.
have evolved by now.
Yeah, 100%. And then they go and because you heard about the people getting in trouble just for going to the monument to the Alexei guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even that kind of stuff. The stuff that happens in Russia, I guarantee a lot of it's blown out of proportion too.
Yeah.
But a lot of that shit does happen. Like, yeah. What else you got then?
Well, this is probably the one that people in the right of America, the Republicans, the people who Donald Trump is running for,
Hate the gays?
hate the gays.
Hate the gays, okay.
Well done.
I always hear that the right's are the bad side, so...
Again.
I know, but I know.
This is the thing
This
though.
is
It's like
extreme right,
this
far right.
This
far
is
right.
the theme we're going to be coming closer to and closer to. So I may as well start hitting on it now.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's this thing of like everyone looks at it as right and left and this and that. If you are making all of your decisions based on what your political party of choice tells you to think, you're not thinking for yourself.
That is also another great song that Tom MacDonald has and makes a huge point about that. The whole song is him rapping, having a conversation with himself as one side of him is the left, one side is the right.
Yeah.
Both going against, the same or
Yeah,
different
that's a
thing.
good idea.
And he makes a point in the chorus that it's all about the government just wanting everybody to hate each other.
Yeah.
That's all.
Because if the vast majority of things most people agree on.
Yeah.
They agree on it by different scales. They want to do it in different ways.
Yeah, definitely.
But ultimately, we all have the same idea of what we want.
Generally.
And the best way of getting that is by talking together and going like, well, what do you think the good idea is? What do you think the good idea
there are
is?
things that wildly go against that, though, which is the issue.
This is the thing. There are points that deliberately split people.
Yeah.
And they use these as the
purpose.
wedges
Yeah.
to put between the two different
So
groups.
fucking true. Like, it was abortion that came to my mind then straight
Yeah,
away.
100%. That's
is a
one
new
of the
one again.
biggest ones out there.
Even though that's been...
And weed is another one as well. Weed is legalization of marijuana is another one that is normally left.
It used
and
to
the
be
right
anyway.
go away
Surely
from.
that's just kind of
No,
just
still
accepted now.
is. The problem
Really?
with the right is that the
In
right,
America?
not in America.
I was also saying...
Not
yeah,
so
okay.
much in America. Still in America, but
Yeah.
the thing is, in America, there's what I respect so much about the Republican Party versus, say, the Conservatives. Is the
Oh,
Conservatives?
okay, I like how you can...
Yeah.
Yeah, I like... If so they're the conservatives.
The Conservatives
Okay.
are also the right side,
Okay.
but they're the British version of the right, and they're a lot more about control and police intervention and like larger state intervention and stuff like that, but for their own ends and what they want.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they'll still reduce spending at the same time, but usually on things that people would rather not have budget cuts. you know.
Yeah.
the Americans do the same, and the
They were going to get rid of
Republicans-
homelessness by 2024. They did a really good job of that.
Yeah, it's so good. The Republicans did this thing where they still do the whole sort of, oh well, you know, we don't want to pay taxes and we don't want to do this and we don't want to do that. But there's a thing in the Republican Party, certainly in places like Texas and other places, where it's like the government should stay off my fucking ass unless I'm doing something that is deliberately like harming someone else.
I think that would be a big part of where I would fall into.
Yeah, that's the libertarian idea.
I'm very libertarian, I think.
Yeah.
I'm very much like the government. I do think that the government should just stay the fuck out of the way unless you're doing something to harm someone.
Yeah. The libertarian thing, though, normally comes with a hard line thing of no taxes, everything is run by corporate stuff. And
I don't know about that. I
the
understand.
thing.
I
There's-
understand taxes.
That's the thing. There's a reasonable amount of this and an unreasonable amount of this. And
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like the hardline people are the ones who ruin it for everyone else. But
And the ones that are probably a lot less of once again.
yeah, but one of the people who is almost certainly going to be brought up in discussions around Donald Trump and his most recent assassination, because
That's interesting because
see if there'll be more.
I can see who it is, but that's not the person who came to mind for me. But
Yeah.
I don't know the side, so I'm
This
interested now.
is the attempted assassination of Theodore Roosevelt.
That's
Now,
like trying to assassinate a brick wall.
it is.
Why would you? what are you doing? It's not going to work.
No, it's not. Former saloon keeper John Schrank attempted to assassinate former U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt while he was campaigning for the presidency in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, so he was only campaigning as well. Wow.
Yeah. Schrank's bullet lodged in Roosevelt's chest after penetrating Roosevelt's steel eyeglass case
Wow.
and passing through a 50-page thick, single-folded copy of his speech.
They probably stopped it going for like right through
Yeah.
him and fucking him up there.
Totally. Titled, a progressive
speech.
cause greater than any individual.
Yeah, that's quite cool, man.
Yeah.
That's quite. I like
Yeah.
that. That's probably not even true, but I like it.
No, that is
that's,
true.
That's probably just a fact that's been made up now.
No, that's it. That was what it was called. That
That's
was
cool.
the name of the speech. It
I
was
like
written
that.
on it. Which was he was carrying in his pocket. Schrank was immediately disarmed and captured. He might
Fuck.
have been lynched had Roosevelt not shouted for Schrank to remain unharmed.
Wow.
Roosevelt assured the crowd he was all right and then ordered the police to take charge of Schrank and to make sure no violence was done to him.
Wow.
He's like, no, we're going to do this in the courts, motherfucker. This is the right way to do things.
I've heard a lot about this guy and about the
Roosevelt
respect.
is Teddy Roosevelt
Yeah.
up there for president.
I've heard a lot about his time before the presidency,
Mm-hmm.
ironically.
He was
'Cause he
a
did
rough
some
rider.
interesting shit, man.
Yeah, he was a proper military guy.
I heard
like-
he's got a story about, was it aliens? I think Bigfoot, actually. I think he got a Bigfoot story.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I don't know that.
something like that,
Yeah.
yeah. He lived a life, man, he did.
He fought bears.
Yeah.
He did it all, man. He was a fucking serious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he used to have, right, a wrestling ring in the Oval Office.
What?
Old school wrestling.
Oh, like
in
as in
the,
like amateur
the proper
wrestling.
wrestling.
Yeah.
In the Oval Office.
cool, yeah.
And he used to invite people in to have a wrestle with him.
Wow.
And he thought that it was a great way to see how good someone was, like, mentally, because it's like Joe
a chess
Rogan
match?
describes it. It's a chess match.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Yeah.
Joe Rogan can't wrestle. I know the wrestling's different than his shit.
Yeah.
Wrestling is like a whole nother
Oh,
thing.
it totally is, but you know what I mean. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I know
it's,
what you
it's a
mean,
similar. It's another martial art.
They all accept that if you're a good wrestler, you can be a great MMA
Oh yeah.
fighter.
If you're good in the grapple, you can fuck them up.
Yeah, anyone can be taught to punch and all that,
Yeah.
but not everyone can be taught to grapple.
No.
It's very mind. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of I don't know. It's just something you kind of
You just
get
do.
to grips with. Certain people.
This is, by the way, it's the same time where he did
Like-
his ultimate speech after being shot as well.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
the one where he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I have been shot."
Was that one?
This is this one. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
And he goes, but it takes more than that to put down a bull moose.
Wow. What? And he just carried on with the rest of his
And he
speech.
carried on with the rest of his
Yeah,
speech.
fucking hell.
Absolute champion.
I heard that he was like a man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and this just makes a lot
A
of sense
man's
right
man.
now.
And this isn't the first time he's been shot either. He's been
Yeah, I
shot
heard he's been
quite
shot
a
before.
few times.
There's nothing to do with like
Yeah,
that.
This is a military man.
Yeah, it's like, I can move.
I'm
There's not
alright.
loads of blood.
I'm alright. I'm okay.
Fair fucking play.
um,
Didn't Martin Luther King do something similar like that?
what?
Martin Luther King carried on, was it after just being shot at, I think, and then he carried on a speech? I think Martin Luther King did it too.
I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he did. Yeah. Yeah.
I bet he's not on your list, you racist bigot.
No, I did have an option to put him on, but it's like a lot of people know about.
Yeah.
And I wanted to
And
do
he doesn't
some
really
different
fit
ones.
presidential or leaders, which
It was
seem to
more
be
about
going.
world leaders specifically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
And but
he's a
obviously,
spiritual
again,
leader.
another situation where someone's tried to kill someone and it's not gone the way they wanted it to.
Well, at least they shot him
That's true.
this time.
That's
you
true.
know, he got in him. He just forgot that he was trying to kill a piece of granite that is part bear and part fucking one. I mean,
Mountain man.
you know what I'm saying all this? I'm just imagining him and him. I'm trying to figure out what it is in my head that I was seeing. I was just working out while I was trying to describe it.
Well-
I see Theodore Roosevelt as
Yeah.
just one muscle.
A giant man
Imagine
muscle.
just one big bicep
Yeah.
formed into a man. That's what
That's
he
sort
is.
of what
Yeah.
he looks like. To be fair,
That's what he is.
he is a seriously manly man.
He's just a man.
Yeah, that is a man's man.
Didn't he even have polio at one point as well or something?
He's what?
Didn't he like have polio or?
Oh, I think that might have been. That's the other Roosevelt. That's
there's another one, ain't there? Yeah.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah. Yeah.
FDR, who they basically puppeteered near the end of his fucking. Some
They-
of his
they
speeches.
Bidened.
Some of his speeches, he is literally being held up on a pole.
Yeah, standing up, isn't he? 'Cause
Yeah.
he couldn't stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can actually see it sometimes when he's
Yeah.
speaking because he sort of rocks in a way that you wouldn't if you were standing up. It's oh my god.
I've never seen it. You know.
Yeah,
I had to see that.
yeah,
at some
yeah.
point.
If you check it out, it's fucking interesting. There's an X-ray of the bullet in Roosevelt's chest.
Fair enough.
Literally just like for the people at home who are listening, it's literally just resting on top of one of his ribs. Just like, oh well, I can't get through that. That's
That's
a
the thing.
Roosevelt rib.
See, he is lucky that he went through all those things first, because
Yeah,
obviously, was that the right side? So that it would have gone into his, cracked his rib and gone into his lungs.
Oh, it would have
What-
gone. It would have gone right through.
Yeah, actually, it would have gone right,
Right
through, wouldn't
through.
it? Which it
And
would have
that-
probably been better as well. That could have been good too.
No, because that's in the lung. Now,
Yeah.
if you get shot in the lung, there's a very real chance that you're going to
Oh, back
start,
then too.
decompressing the lung, and you won't be able to breathe because you'll have
Yeah,
collapse.
that
in
lung
the
will collapse. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and the only way to deal with that is to relieve the pressure elsewhere, and that's a horrible task to do because you have to make a hole in the abdomen.
It's Teddy Roosevelt.
It's Teddy Roosevelt. They're going to
He's
do
carrying on
it.
the speech while doing it.
He'll
if he
do
could.
it, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, don't worry about
Yes. They are just currently digging into my abdomen. You may notice my candor will drop slightly when it happens. Don't worry. I'm still here for you all. That
I
would have
am
been
the
even more.
president of the United
Well, he wasn't at that point. He was still trying to fucking, that was his.
I mean, again, though, it's not like he wasn't going to be after this. And again, it leads back into the Trump thing.
I was just thinking that. Yeah,
It's so much like the Trump thing. They are going to use this as a talking point.
he doesn't even
I
need
guarantee
to.
it.
I don't think he could not say anything about it, and he will. But
Well, he will.
he will. He's now got something to talk about. Before, it's like he's been muzzling himself a lot because he didn't want to rag on Biden.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when they did it before, it was pretty much seen as like him trying to bully an old man.
But
which
now,
we should have not then thought. Well, not us.
look at how weak Biden
Now
looked.
Biden doing it to himself exactly.
Excuse me. And now look at how strong Trump looks.
Yeah, that fucking the picture of this thing, man. Like it's just, like I said, not even the main picture for me. There's other ones that I like more. Like, but it is. He looks so the smartness to do that on the way out.
Yeah.
Raise the fist and that. Once
Yeah.
he got it, you could tell he was shook at first, man.
You would be.
You would be, yeah. You got
100%.
fucking shot at.
Yeah.
And it literally was inches from splatting his head.
The only thing I do find a bit distasteful about this, and my mum told me this as I was on the way out the door.
Go on.
He hasn't gone to any of the families of the victims who got shot. He just went golfing. Yeah.
Joke.
I mean, that is 100% the Trump
That is
thing
Trump.
to do.
You know what? But he did say something about them in his thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he contacts them.
Oh, he'll have
Trump
to.
does a lot of stuff,
He'll
you
have
know, that the media does not show.
Maybe he just wanted.
He does a lot.
Maybe he just wanted to decompress.
Yeah, I mean,
I've just been
give him a
shot
chance.
at.
Give him a chance.
I need to go play some fucking golf.
I can
and
understand
relax.
that.
I can
Yeah.
get that. I would need a day or two.
Yeah.
I would need a fucking day or two.
I don't know how you'd. I mean, I reckon he probably will. Either way,
Yeah.
contact them. I wouldn't be surprised if he's already contacted them in some manner.
Oh, he's got to.
Because
have
he already
done.
mentioned them in the
Yeah.
first press thing he put
Yeah,
out.
yeah, he's got to have done.
Yeah, exactly. Because if he and he does do a lot. Like, have you seen the thing about the kid who turned up at one of his things, like dressed up like him?
No.
Oh, it was cute, man. He proper just like made like a proper special thing for him and that. You
Yeah.
know, like did all this stuff for him and that. And some of the other things I've seen where like he goes out of his way to like be nice to like disabled people and talk to them and that. Like, I mean, like, you know, someone I was about to say I'm really disabled then, but like somebody like, you know, that a lot of people don't always know how to talk to, like some
Yeah.
heavily disabled visually, you know, like if they're like, you know, I'm trying to think of the different, like MS, is it? Not MS. Like where they can't control their arms as much.
Oh, there's all sorts of stuff
Yeah,
like that. Yeah,
a lot of people don't know how to talk to them, but he goes up and he has like, you know, does whatever he does. Like he does a lot of that kind of
He
stuff.
does the
that-
Trump.
but he talks to them, you know, he makes
the Trump.
he makes an effort and that. Like we don't see
I
a
do
lot of
the
that.
I do the Trump. I do the Trump.
See, I'm saying all this as well, and I still have no idea about Trump's any of his politics.
Oh, you'd probably disagree with quite a lot of his.
Oh, would I?
politics.
To be
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, like what?
Well, he's very much against having a national health service in America. He very much wants to keep it privatised as much as possible.
I mean, at this point, though, it's probably I can understand that just because he's a businessman, it doesn't surprise me.
At
that point, though, it'd be hard to take
That
it
is
to
the
an-
100% Republican line. Like they
Yeah.
will not budge on that.
I know there's certain things he has to follow, like
Yeah.
which is why I really want to get into
the
politics,
abortion
but
thing
I don't.
you'd probably disagree with.
I have
him.
seen about that, but
Yeah.
I know it's religion. It's
the
a whole
Trump-
thing.
well, it's the only way you get the Republican vote.
Oh, is that another one of them?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
when it comes to stuff like that and the religious stuff, I disagree with a lot of shit, but you know.
Yeah. There's if you look into his policies, you'd probably find a few that you didn't agree with. That's what I'm saying.
Probably
But
find out on the
again,
other side too.
yeah, exactly. And again, this is all it's coming down to is like again, there is no such thing as pure evil in the world. There is no such thing as
Wow.
pure good in the world.
Wow. I don't know about that. I think there is pure evil in the world.
I don't think there is.
Well, it depends actually, because I'm thinking like the most evil person still
Yeah.
isn't born that way.
no.
So, in that sense, there isn't evil.
There's-
There isn't natural evil.
There is corruption. That's a
Okay.
thing. Being corrupted in one way or another is a thing.
But that
You
can
know?
be fun.
That can be anything.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can become corrupted in some way, and it's not even necessarily your fault, but it is your responsibility to
Yeah.
fix it.
yeah,
You know,
That's what you're saying.
But
That's what
some
you're saying.
people don't want to fix it.
yeah.
Um,
That's true because, but sometimes like you can be corrupt from a point that you can't fix it. Like some people,
That's true.
if they like, if we're looking at like
But the
there's no
question is,
evil,
what
but-
do you do to that with that person? Like, but again, that
think
is
they
that
can to a
person
point,
isn't
though.
100% evil though.
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
you
no.
know,
I see what
like,
you said.
yeah.
Yeah, if you look, I don't know why you said it like that.
Yeah, I
I
did
did. Voice
there.
went weird.
There, it's because I was going to say one word and then I said though.
I know what you're saying because it is. No, I suppose I'd look at it the way I'd put it. Then
Yeah.
there's no such thing as natural, the evil in nature.
Yeah, exactly. We are all humans. Now, humans are capable of great good and great evil, and a lot of the times on the same fucking day.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And we might not even realise that it is evil at the time. Like there's people who would have done horrible things, like campaign against black people being able to go to university with them,
Yeah.
and then like
Well, you
on
have
the
that now
same
with
day,
Jewish people.
on the same day they gave a little kid a lollipop. You know, like there's
You have it with like just the whole Jewish thing popping back up now. It's so strange.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I
Like-
know lollipop doesn't make up for the racism, by the way. I'm just saying there's a
Well, don't.
Everyone's doing something.
Mate, you don't know what lollipop.
That's true.
You're talking about.
That's
It could have
true.
been like $1 million. It could have been a Mr. Beast lollipop.
Could have been.
I imagine he's probably had some
Mr.
Beast
Beast
lollipops,
lollipop.
you know.
You get to the centre and it's 24 karat gold.
There you go. Don't eat it.
Yeah.
That'll be a ha thing to poop
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
But let me tell you about very quickly some good I did.
You.
I'm honestly meant to tell you this for 2 fucking podcasts.
Yeah.
The Crackhead Chronicles that I meant to finish off to remind you about. That I wanted to tell you about.
Okay.
So, you know the first part of it.
Yes.
The Crackhead man in the
Yes.
area, Crack Sparrow,
Yeah.
as your friend lovingly
Named him.
christened him, named him,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
So there was that time when he, stole the food that Mum ordered,
Right.
and I had to go. I told you about it, that didn't I?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
He
yeah.
stole the food, I had to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
and get it, and all those like dick.
Yeah.
And then after that, I thought about it a bit after, and I thought, you know what? He was probably just fucking hungry, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because he spends all his money on crack and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I was a bit like, oh, that's a bit of a shame. I didn't like that much.
Yeah.
So then, a few days later, I bought some more Rice Krispies and forgot I'd already got like a big box of them already. So I took that and I took some milk and I went to him and made him have it.
There you go.
I fed the crackhead
There you go.
to sell my food.
There you go.
I thought, you know what? Yeah,
You're the bigger man.
I've been the bigger man.
That's a good. That's
He didn't even want it at first. I think he just didn't understand the idea of somebody giving somebody something without
Yeah,
wanting anything. I was
yeah.
like, I just said to him, I was like, it's a neighbourly thing, man. Just take it. Nobody wants their neighbours being hungry.
yeah.
I think he liked it in the end. It must, you know.
Yeah.
So I think I made him a bit happy that day.
Yeah. No, that's good.
That made me happy.
That's a good few meals for him. It's nice and easy
Oh
to get
yeah,
down.
man. Yeah,
Tastes
exactly.
good. You know.
I even gave him like milk that was cold.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had bowls, but
Yeah.
you know, you can swig and then eat something. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I've done that before. It's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
No, that's nice, man. That's a good way of dealing with it.
I think everybody should do that. Try and be nice to leave. I think it's even better to be nice to people that don't deserve it a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But that's better.
Yeah.
Everyone should do that. I feel weird now even saying it, to be honest, because I like the idea of doing that kind of stuff like without making a point of it. I hate those people that I don't hate them.
Yeah, well,
I don't
they
hate
go
them,
and record
but-
themselves giving money to homeless people
Yeah.
and shit.
I don't hate it in the sense that if you're like a Mr. Beast, who a lot of people insult the stuff he does because he's making videos from it and that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, but the stuff he does, he kind of needs to be able to fund the ability to do that.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's like, that's fair. But then, yeah, when just a general person would just record themselves doing it, it's like, it takes away the idea of being nice to someone. Be nice to someone and don't generally make a point of it.
Yeah. Yeah. For the most part, you should just be doing the good thing because it's a
Yeah.
good thing to do.
Like, it feels really weird now saying it, so I think I'm just not going to say it again now.
No, it's alright. I don't think that's a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, it just feels weird. And
That's
I
a
think
good-
other
that-
people should try and
That
do
is
it
good
more.
enough as a thing to do that it's also, like, worth being able to be talked about. You know,
Yeah, well,
that's
just
fine.
because I think everybody should do it. If everybody tries to do a nice thing to somebody else, it's not that hard to try and be nice and try and make somebody else feel good.
Yeah. I mean, I've got more things here, like, for example, the assassination attempt on
Yeah, I want to do
Fidel
this.
Castro.
Castro.
So,
There's been a few to him. Is
A
this anything to do
shitload.
with the cigar?
what?
Is this anything to do with the cigar?
Oh, there's multiple ones.
Yeah, okay.
So the CIA have made a lot of
And
attempts
close
on
the
his
window
life,
because it's getting loud, man.
Yeah.
Right?
but it's also not. Oops, sorry. It's not just the CIA that have tried to kill him, despite the fact that they seem to be one of the main ones who want to. So,
Oh yeah, everybody wanted to kill fucking Castro, man,
Yeah.
for a bunch of reasons. didn't
Fidel
they?
Castro survived no fewer than 634
Fucking
attempts
hell.
on his life, according to his former Secret Service chief. Whether that figure is accurate or not, Cuba's
Yeah.
iconic dictator provided an almost mythical adversary for what became an
One I know
obsessive,
straight away.
error-prone assassination campaign by the USA, the CIA rather. This is by Alexander Smith on NBC News. You can always check it out. It's always good.
NBC. We're talking about corruption. They don't know anything about that.
Nothing at all. The exploding cigar. So perhaps the most
Great.
famous attempt to kill Castro
Great.
came in 1960 when the CIA poisoned a box of his favourite cigars.
Can I say one thing? We always talk about how serial killers need to up their game, be a bit more creative.
Yeah.
Be more like the CIA guys.
Yeah, the CIA have got the top quality serial killers.
Man, they had an umbrella gun.
Yeah.
They got some crazy shit, man.
Do you know one of the best weapons of all was the Russian kiss of death?
Oh, is this the poison on the lips?
No, it wasn't poison on the lips.
Oh,
it was
okay.
better than that. It was literally a one bullet shell in a lipstick tube.
Oh.
So they could do their lipstick and like go up to someone and talk to them, and then literally just put it by the side of them and just go bam like that.
Wow. That's great. That's so good.
The cigars were given to an unidentified person in 1961, according to the subcommittee. But it's unclear what happened to them after that. They got found, or someone smoked them first. Oh shit! It's Fidel Castro. He won't mind if I take one. I will take one. I will smoke this. This will be a great. Oh wait! Get the yayo out! I've got myself a cigar. Yeah. Oh, I don't feel so good.
Wait, did I just miss then that it's not actually, they're never actually exploding?
No,
It
it
didn't
was
actually
poisoned.
explode?
No, it wasn't exploding.
Well, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
What the hell are they calling it, an exploding cigar then?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, use fucking adjectives, I can't say it, adjectives matter.
Yeah, they do.
My God. I mean, there's nothing to lose in translation. I know that you're fucking Americans and you can't use the language properly, but come on, exploding and poisonous are two very different words.
It's probably because they literally watched a cartoon with an exploding cigar and were like, well, let's do that. And it's like, yeah, but it's not necessarily going to kill him. You know what would kill him? Poison.
Well, yeah, if you put enough explosives in it.
Yeah.
Imagine giving Cheech and Chong like a giant, blunt.
Mm-hmm.
They'd smoke that shit.
They definitely would. But they're not Fidel Castro, so...
Okay. Reluctant Cuban, what's this one then?
Months earlier, at the end of President Dwight Eisenhower's term, the CIA used a series of middlemen to enlist 2 gangsters to help with Castro's removal.
Oh, that seems more normal, okay.
Yeah, the agency was willing to pay $150,000 or $1.2 million today to get the man killed.
They'd pay more than that. They probably
Yeah.
did. Why would they think that 2 people would be able to get it done now?
Poison pills again.
Why would they think 2
poison pills
gangsters?
were more reliable than guns? Since fucking when?
So this is why this shit doesn't happen anymore, because you know what they do now? They would just drop a bomb on him.
Yeah,
Well, I suppose they couldn't actually. They can't do that.
they'd have to
actually.
find him. But
Yeah.
The painted seashell. Undeterred, the CIA ran even more.
I'm guessing
elaborate
he just
plan.
didn't take the pills, by the way.
Oh yeah, no.
No.
Yeah, he
why?
just didn't take him. Yeah.
What? How
Yeah, the-
weird that he would think about whether to take these random pills in front of him.
Hey, take this pill. It's really cool. What? What's in the pill? No, it's just really cool, man. I am not taking that pill.
Trust me. If anyone gives you a pill and you're not sure what it is, don't take it.
Don't take it.
Like,
Never take a pill unfucking checked first.
unless it's a friend that, like you trust a
Watch
lot.
them take a pill.
Or it's Ari Shafir.
Or, well,
He won't
you've
kill
got no
you.
choice with Ari Shafir.
No, yeah.
You're
yeah,
gonna take that pill.
Exactly. Exactly. So just accept it and take it. Like, he will get it into you in some manner.
Yeah,
But it
will.
won't be enough to kill you. He cares.
He
He,
does
doesn't
care.
want to kill you.
He just wants you to have a really good time at your expense.
No matter what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because he thinks it.
And he wants to enjoy himself watching you enjoy yourself.
And there is always a fun
And
story
you're
that
like,
comes
I
out of
did
it.
that.
He's a creepy man.
Yeah, well. Intelligence officials thought they could use Castro's love of scuba diving to topple him. They planned to hide
Jesus.
explosives in a large seashell and plant it with exotic colours to lure the attention
Oh,
of the
wow.
loving communist.
Wait, so not only did they think, oh,
This is legit like a fucking Warner Brothers cartoon.
yeah. Like, not just, okay, we know where he's going to be diving,
Yeah.
so we could take him out from the cliff.
We could.
We could put a load of explosives
Yeah.
around where he's, or,
Oh,
no, we'll put a small amount of explosives
Oh.
under a shiny, colourful shell
I like
to
where
get
this
his
is going.
attention.
Oh, brilliant. Were they doing mescaline or something? What the fuck were they on?
It's just so dumb. It really is like a cartoon, all of
It
this.
is.
Was life literally a
Like,
cartoon back
literally,
then?
I'm seeing like a Fidel Castro cartoon. He's like, ling, they're like swimming along, looks down at the seashell. Ooh, dun, 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 leans in towards it. Dun, 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 dun. Goes away, and then suddenly, boom! It explodes. He's like, oh, they thought they got me, but no.
I just don't understand the logic. It's like they're playing Hitman and they're going for the most creative attempt every time.
Yeah, it's 100% that. The Conor McGregor DLC has not got anything on the CIA.
Like, why not just pop like his oxygen thing or something so they know he'd have to come up quick and then take him out or
It
something?
wasn't even the only one they did with it. Right?
Oh,
Contaminated
oh my God.
diving suit. The same year, the
Jeez.
CIA planned to contaminate one of Castro's diving suits with a fungus that would produce a chronic and debilitating skin disease.
What? What?
You know what? If we can't kill him, we're going to make him look proper ugly.
What the fuck? A skin
A
disease.
skin disease. It's going to kill him in like 15 years if you're lucky.
Death
And
by psoriasis.
death by itch. Death by jock itch, literally. I mean, it's fucking...
Fidel Castro. I didn't know you had dandruff. I don't.
I use head and shoulders.
It's just the logic that goes into that. First of all, contaminating a diving suit. That's not a bad
It's
idea.
not a bad idea.
Because that's going to be going on his skin.
But
That's
there's more quick... Poison.
any other poison.
Just literally a tank of poison gas. For fuck's sake.
Oh, you
Mustard
mean instead of his
gas.
oxygen?
Literally, just put mustard gas in there. Just...
Yeah, because how did they have so much access to this stuff anyway? If they've
don't
got
know.
access to his suit, they've got access to his tank.
Yeah.
But let's ignore that. Maybe they don't.
Maybe
Maybe they've
not.
only got access to his
Maybe
suit.
this is just the planning phase.
No, they just got really good friends with his tailor.
I would 100% make a fucking, like... it would. You know what? I've got it. It's a movie starring Adam Sandler as Fidel Castro. And we are the CIA operatives trying to take him down in all of these elaborate ways. Adam, get on us, yeah?
No,
This is going to be way bigger than Little Nicky.
Oh, Adam. Oh, when you say Adam, get on us. Like, who the fuck's you on about?
Adam Sandler, mate.
Okay, let's just ignore. Let's pretend that Adam Sandler might not be up for that.
Okay.
Let's just pretend
Let's
that maybe
just
that
pretend.
wouldn't happen.
All right.
I'm thinking more like I was going to Into the Zohan for that. But I want to stick on this. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
A fucking cyanide.
Yeah.
Put cyanide on it.
Cyanide.
Put
So simple.
what would they? When was this? 50s,
60s.
60s.
Yeah.
Maybe they wouldn't have cyanide. Okay,
Oh,
they
would.
definitely had
They
plutonium.
definitely had cyanide.
Well, they definitely had nuclear stuff as well. A lot
Yeah.
of that. So why not just lace in a load of plutonium into the mesh?
That's a good point.
How quick would he get cancer then? Because he'd probably use it again as well.
Yeah.
There's so much more you could do.
They tried to honeypot him.
What's honey? Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the deadly lover, Marita Lorenz was Castro's femme fatale. Lorenz told Vanity Fair in 1993 that while she was Castro's lover, she was recruited as a contract agent for the CIA and tasked with assassinating the Cuban leader.
Wait, hold on. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel like this is the most reliable source already.
No, it sounds like
She
someone...
was banging Castro,
Yeah.
and while banging Castro, she was also talking to the CIA. Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already,
And now talking to Vanity
already
Fair.
we know you're a liar, at least in one way. Like no matter
Yeah, 'cause
what.
she's a woman. Exactly. Yeah, good point. I'm glad you said that. Yeah. Nathan said that. remember?
The hat really helped with that comment. I knew the minute I saw the outline of Havana, I couldn't do it. She told Vanity Fair, describing her emotions on landing in the Cuban capital.
Oh, Havana. Okay. Well, so she had the discussion. She was all up for it, and then the moment she saw the city, she was like, "I cannot do it. I cannot do this to my lover. He is too. Look at the city he has built.
Yeah, I mean to be.
He's large."
Not being funny. He even goes harder than that. He leaned over, pulled out his 45, handed it to me. She recounted. He didn't even flinch, and he said, "You can't kill me. Nobody can kill me."
Yeah, I like that though.
That's a Trumpian fucking quote as well. You can't kill me. Nobody can kill me.
He's going to be saying that now.
100%.
He's going to be like, "No, nobody can kill me. I am a."
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm just trying to do something here.
He's doing a thing.
Now look, I'm just rolling a thing, and I thought, what better way to cover it?
Than with that. That's great.
It's great. There we go. Look.
Yeah. The poisoned pen. Another.
Poison.
What is wrong with them and poisoning phallic objects?
I think there's a part
If
of
it is a big, hard, long thing, the CIA are going to poison it.
Oh, of course. I mean, yeah. They've got a thing about putting chemicals on,
On big, long, hard
phallic
things. Yeah.
But I've realised part of the puzzle was probably missing here.
Yeah.
They're trying to covertly kill him, so they don't want like anyone to know that it was them.
Still,
I'm assuming
so many
that's-
better ways of
I
doing
know.
this.
Yeah, loads better ways.
Loads of better ways.
They could have just dropped a shark next to him, cut him.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Fidel Castro's just sort of scuba diving along. You just see this fucking helicopter with a shark in a fucking like
A bunch of sharks.
one of those. No, for me it's one big shark. And you know those straps they use on the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park,
Yeah, yeah.
just around
Yeah,
its waist.
yeah, yeah.
Na 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 na.
You need a bunch though, because what if they go for the other ones first,
Yeah, that's true.
And you need to give
Just a fucking like fleet of helicopters just dropping great whites.
Yeah, and what to make sure they go for them as well. In the suit that we already know they've got access to,
Yeah.
they put in little razors, but only in a way that they have a remote control that pops open a little cupboard.
Only makes them all bleed.
It's like done in a way so that when they put it on, like they're actually forget about the remote control.
Yeah.
They put it on the way so that they're poking downwards or something, so when they put them on,
Yeah.
they don't notice it like a cat fucking
Either that or one of
Bob.
You just literally need to get one of the fucking helicopters to carry like a bucket of chum, and just like
Well, that's true. Actually, just
pour
put-
that
yeah.
in over the top.
Yeah.
Like, there you go, sweeten the deal.
Fuck chum, human blood. It's a CIA.
Yeah, get them on board. The CIA got loads of that
They've
stuff.
got all that blood that they feed to Hillary Clinton to keep her
Yeah,
young.
exactly. So yeah, the idea was to put a hypodermic needle in a pen, and it was going to be so fine that a victim could not notice its insertion. According
So they were trying to poison him literally now by injecting him with a tiny needle.
yeah, a teeny
Okay,
tiny needle
okay.
on a pen.
That's about the most realistic fucking one yet.
Yeah,
What
I mean,
happens?
the Cuban official did not think much of the device and complained that surely the CIA could come up with something more sophisticated
fuck's
than
sake.
that. The committee's report said the officials also suffered bad timing. He was offered the pen on November the 22nd, 1963, the date of John F. Kennedy's assassination. The defence saw the agency withdraw its support for the attempt on Castro's life, and the official never took the pen to Cuba. So they just had a poison pen just sat around like, whatever you do, don't use that fucking pen.
So the most realistic idea is the one they didn't really bother.
Yeah. Imagine fucking dropping that in a drawer and forgetting which pen
Yeah,
it was.
just-
Oh, shit.
So I'm just trying to remember the politics now then. So just so I'm in the right boat then. So he was around, Castro was
Yeah.
doing Cuba during JFK, so the Cuban Missile Crisis and all that.
Yeah.
So he was signed with Russia.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Why
yeah,
does everyone like Castro so much then?
he was a communist. I mean,
Never mind, people talk about him like he's some folk hero.
yeah, because
They're idiots.
yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Wait, is that the same with Che Guevara?
Castro
by any
did some
chance?
horrible shit, just like a lot of communist leaders did horrible shit.
Well, he was in bed with the Russians, man.
Yeah,
Because I
mean,
know that I didn't realise that for a while. That was why they were so scared
Also-
of them having nukes there, was because the Russian accepted all that shit.
Also, not to say that like democratic presidents don't do like, horrible shit. They definitely do.
What are you on about? What are you on about?
No, it's crazy.
No presidents at all do bad things.
No.
What you,
No.
did you not see how Israel recently dropped a what did they call it? A targeted round on this guy that they wanted to kill. It was that targeted. It only killed 26 other people
Oh, that's so targeted.
and injured a
That's-
hell of a lot more.
That's ridiculously targeted.
Inside a school that they told people to go to
Yeah.
and they'd be safe there, and they bombed it again.
Yeah. That's so targeted.
But I think so.
That's so targeted.
I mean, he was literally in the area that you're in control of. It's not
Yeah.
like you could have just walked in with a gun and shot him.
no, but that's the thing. He's literally in the area, isn't he? So that's targeted.
Yeah.
That's an area.
Well, yeah,
And
okay.
we know he's
yeah,
there.
Yeah,
That's what we're targeting.
Mission success.
Success.
I don't think anyone had a problem with that at all.
No siree, Bob.
That part of the world is just a fucking shit show, isn't
Oh,
it?
it's been a shit show for
It
hundreds
has.
of years.
It has. Yeah. I've heard something about the during the West Germany thing. That RAF, the Red Army faction thing I mentioned, they joined up with some Palestine people then to do. It was about the longest plane hijacking in history.
Right.
Lasted for days. It was a long time. That it lasted for. Yeah, I can't remember.
It's horrible.
You don't know that. Could have been beautiful.
Well, they were just on board Samba in a way.
Well, to be fair, only one person died.
Okay, we're gonna have to land in a couple of days, guys.
Eh.
Cause we're running out of tequila.
Well, actually, to be fair, there wasn't a lot of that going on because they literally weren't allowed to leave their seats for days and days and days.
Yeah.
Literally not leave their seats at all.
Oh, that would suck.
That would suck.
Imagine shitting yourself on a plane. Oof.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
That'd
What
be
they did
horrible.
about the... They
Oh, they'd
never
have to-
mentioned that, actually.
They'd have to have taken it. I mean,
They apparently never let them move.
bad. That's bad.
Although, after the first piss, I think you'd be over it.
Yeah, but then everyone smells of piss and shit. Don't they?
Exactly. Smell is the weakest sense.
It's bad if you got a weak stomach, because then there's going to be even more smells soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God.
The psychedelic speech. Not all of the attempts on Castro's life.
What?
America's intelligence services initially tried other methods that undermined the leader's public message as a charismatic strongman.
Right.
In 1960, the CIA planned to sabotage Castro's speeches by spraying his broadcasting studio with a chemical that would make him suffer similar hallucinations to LSD.
Jeez.
They totally were just on a fucking, like, full on LSD. Yeah, it had to be. And they were just like, you know what we should do? We should just give him some fucking LSD because we're fucking useless now.
The thing,
And this is going to make him just as useless.
for all they know, he could have had that and he could have given them best speech ever.
Yeah.
Like,
Could have
so
blown him the
impassioned.
fuck away. Yeah.
Just called everybody, like, all of a sudden, everybody was under his power.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what that would mean anyway. but-
Another plot to fuck up a cigar. Another plot included spiking the dictator's cigars with a chemical that would disorientate him.
Oh, that's
Hoping,
good.
yeah, hoping that did they just plan
Like
on rolling a blunt for him?
It's like, 'cause I just heard...
It's just fucking like... Right, what we're going to do, right? We're going to take the cap off of a fucking cigar. We're just going to fill that motherfucker with a shitload of, like, the dankest chronic we can find, right?
But how does
And
this
then we'll
even
plug
kill
that
him, though?
motherfucker back up. And then we'll give it to Castro and we'll say it's a normal cigar.
Because I'm
It's the
pretty
kind
sure
of
in
shit you
Cuba,
do.
he ain't never touched no drugs.
It's the kind of shit you do to your mates at uni.
Yeah. Oh, that's the kind of shit I've done to my mate. One of my best friend only ever tried bud because I told him it was a cigarette.
You cheeky cunt.
We were extremely drunk at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
a house party thing.
Yeah.
I was on the trampoline outside, about to smoke it. I remember him saying he wanted it, and then it took him way too long to realise.
Oh,
I
God.
don't understand how it took him so long to realise.
Yeah, it's like you should realise pretty quickly that the flavour is very different. Very,
He
very
didn't.
different.
It was one of them. In my opinion, he knew, and he
knew.
wanted it.
Yeah. You wanted it.
Good. Straight away wanted it again after.
Other plots included spiking... Yeah, there we go. Sorry, done that bit. They also tried dusting his shoes with thallium salts, which would have made Castro's iconic beard fall out.
Well, hold on. What even?
This is
Hold
so
on.
goddamn Roadrunner shit.
What happened with the other one? What were they planning for when it disorientated him? Because I heard you say the word hoping. You
Yeah.
said it was disorientated and they were hoping.
Yeah, but hoping he would smoke one before delivering one of his marathon oratory performances.
So they literally, just got him high.
Yeah. That was what they were planning. They didn't even do it.
That's fucking. That's tardy. What was the other one he said about losing his hair?
Oh yeah, it's thallium salts in his shoes, which would have caused his beard to fall out.
Like that would fucking end everything.
Yeah.
Like
The
only-
LSD-like substance was abandoned because it was too unstable. The cigars were never smoked, and Castro cancelled the overseas trip that would have given the spooks the opportunity to dust his shoes.
so fucking dumb. All of them.
I
How
love the
did they
fact that
manage
were
to
like, on multiple occasions, we could shoot him. Nah, poison's way more fucking, like, effective. What are you talking about? That has never been true. I'll tell you what's really effective. Shooting someone. If you want someone dead, shooting them's a real good
I'm trying
way
to
of
say,
going about it.
How did they fuck up that so badly, but then they managed to kill JFK? Simple as first time.
Yeah, I know.
How does that work?
I know.
Whether they did, I don't know. Who did? Who did kill JFK? Who knows?
A couple of little short ones just before we hit the main big brunt of this one.
Okay.
So there was, of course, the classic Julius Caesar.
Who wear
Caesar
the
was-
Eyes of March?
Yeah.
Oh no! The thing you said. What was it? And you too, brute. Was his
Et
last
tu,
word?
Brute.
Et tu, brute.
Yeah.
Means and you.
And you, Brutus.
I was given the translation, you butthole.
I know.
But no, it's debated though. You know,
Is it?
he might have been saying "and you child" or something,
Oh.
because one of the somebody called Brute or something was a. Oh no, it was about who he was talking to. People thought he was talking to this guy called Brute something.
Brutus, yeah.
Yeah, but there was actually some a younger person that was like kind of his prodigy thing in the thing that I think he nicknamed Brute or something like that.
No, right.
It was really not interesting. As soon as I started remembering what it wasn't that interesting.
But so yeah, he was basically stabbed by the entire Senate,
yeah.
which would be an interesting way to see the whole Trump presidency end. But I don't think we'll see it.
Didn't he set up the Didn't he set up the Senate himself as well?
What?
Didn't Caesar make that Senate or?
Oh yeah, he put them all together and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. Yeah. Basically, he'd taken control for longer than people thought he should have done, and
Yeah.
sort of stayed in power and gave himself loads of stuff. And,
Oh, okay.
and the Senate was like, you know what, we're done with this shit, and all of them got a knife, and all of them stabbed him, so no one person was guilt free.
Well, oh yeah, and so that also
And
they
everyone
couldn't
was
say one
just as
person.
yeah, exactly.
And I'm guessing they were probably at that point then the top of the food chain.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
They were essentially the leaders at that
Yeah,
point.
and that is what caused the end of the Republic and the birth of the Emperor.
And then
And the
after that,
Empire,
you had
and
like
yeah.
Nero, Tiberius.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
that whole family lot. I don't know who went.
It did
after.
become more of like a monarchy-based
Yeah.
thing, but emperors were a bit different because you didn't have to have the divine like seal of approval necessarily.
It was all democratic before that, was it? Then?
It was mostly democratic, yeah. And they
Well-
took it all from the Greeks, basically.
Okay, and then after that, it pretty much was like a monarchy then.
Yeah,
So they fucked themselves.
Yeah.
Because they literally only existed because it was a democracy.
yeah. Well, the Senate still sort of yeah.
Oh, it did kind
it's-
of carry on.
It's going to be a long day if we go into the
Okay.
discussion of how Roman politics works, because I still don't have a.
I'd love to do that, but I know nobody else would ever be interested in watching that.
Yeah. Indira Gandhi.
What?
So, Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi was assassinated at 9:30 a.m. on the 31st of October on 1984 at her residence in Safdarjung Road.
That's right.
There we go. She was killed by her Sikh bodyguards.
She's she.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I've just seen guys then. So
Yeah, no, so the Sikh bodyguards basically assassinated her because she had greenlit a raid on a Sikh holy temple. And
Right.
they were like, it was seen as a massive, massive fuck you, basically, to the Sikh community.
yeah.
And so, literally, two of her own actual...
Who was she? As in,
She
like,
was the Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
Prime
Okay.
Minister, yeah.
Okay.
And, yeah, they literally
So why
just...
was she doing it? Do you know, or
What?
why was she?
Oh, there was a whole big thing about Sikhs and Hindus and stuff.
Oh, I
like that
see.
at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
And
see.
after she was killed, it set off a huge wave of anti-Sikh rioting and murders and
Yeah.
and assaults and things like that.
A
So-
good old-fashioned race war.
Yet another one where, once again, if you try and kill someone, or even if you do kill someone, you're probably not going to get the outcome you expected. Like, for example, another quick one, The one that everyone knows, so it is really quick. The death of
JFK. I mean, JFK is definitely one that everyone knows. A leader, though, you're talking about still.
Yeah, it was Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Oh, the guy who started World War
One, and therefore basically World War Two, and therefore basically the Cold War.
His one though is really interesting. Do you know like the actual like facts around it?
Oh yeah.
Like, because I forget the proper stuff, but about how like that it should have failed.
Should have failed.
Fully should have failed.
Because
like,
he completely fucked up his first opportunity.
Fucked it up completely.
And then he just so happened to be sat at a fucking cafe having a fucking coffee, and the Archduke's fucking car takes the wrong turning, goes down the road, has to turn around and come back past him again, at which point he can get his gun out and just go, pop.
Amazing.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean, that is the
crazy.
100% opposite of the Trump thing. Trump turned his head at the right instant to not die. Archduke Franz Ferdinand fucking just happened to be taken down the wrong street and he fucking got shot.
Yeah, it's crazy that.
Mental.
And that started World War One.
And also that makes you think
It
all
probably
of the
shouldn't have started
plans,
World War
all
One,
of the plans that men make, all of them mean nothing.
That's why
Absolutely nothing.
the only way-
The universe is so weird and random. You've got no way of controlling this shit.
Which is why I do hold on to the idea still that the only way to be truly happy is to accept we have no control.
None.
Zero.
And you have
but
to
that's
try and work to the things that make you
Yeah.
happy and make your life better.
But at the same time, though, you do have complete control if you accept you have no control.
That's true. Because
Wisdom,
if you accept
baby.
that things are going to happen. Things are going to happen, but what you can control is your reaction to it, and that's the most important thing.
I've legitimately, since our last podcast, the self-help one,
Yeah,
been reminding myself about the proud thing.
I was really
'Cause
I was quite happy with that episode. I
It was a
think
good
that
episode. I was
yeah.
really surprised that I actually fucking like learned something in it.
Yeah,
you know, I've legitimately felt like I had something like what did I have taken away from
Yeah.
it? Because now I'm constantly always reminding. I've been like still quite like on and off like with my headaches and that and stuff like over the day since.
Yeah.
But I'm like being reminding that in my head in the sense of getting like the episode done still.
Yeah.
Because I want it done I want something out by tonight, which might be this one now actually.
Yeah.
So I think I think it will be this one.
Yeah.
It makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Make a quick little what do they call it? Like a ad lib, but not an
Yeah.
ad lib, but
Yeah.
like an ad lib.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
He knows what I mean.
I know what you mean.
You said he knows what I mean.
Another quick one. Samuel Bick. Samuel Bick was an American hijacker. Talking of hijacking airplanes.
Oh, okay.
An attempted assassin. He attempted to hijack a plane flying out of Baltimore, Washington, and intended to crash it into the White House in
Wow.
hopes of killing President Nixon during the incident.
Just in hope.
Bick killed a policeman and a pilot, but was shot and wounded by another policeman before committing suicide.
I probably don't think that wouldn't have worked anyway. I got a feeling that the White House might be actually. I don't know about back then, but
Not at the time. If they
been
could,
super
if the
reinforced.
terrorists could fly a fucking plane straight into the Pentagon,
But that's the Pentagon, though. What do you mean?
if you've got a plane going fast enough at low enough level,
Oh yeah.
people cannot detect it, and they only know it's there
That's a
by
good point,
seeing
actually.
it.
Yeah.
The radar will not pick it up.
That's a good point, actually. I was about to say, like, surely the White House they would have known it was coming anyway, so it could have
I
gone
mean,
down.
people
But that's
might be
a very
able to
good
sort
point.
of say, yeah, because there's no mobile phones. The only way you
Yeah,
could call
but-
it in was by radio.
Yeah, that was still like 20 years before
Yeah.
9/11, weren't it?
Yeah.
So that's a good point, actually. Yeah, that probably would have worked.
It could have worked.
Yeah.
He could have literally just gone dive bombing, like the fucking end scene in Flash Gordon, where
I
they're-
haven't got a clue now.
Ming the Merciless is there, and he's getting oh mate, it's brilliant. He's getting married to this woman who he's taken off of Earth to be his new wife, right? And
Right.
there's Flash Gordon flying a giant like rocket ship down towards him with like wings and a giant spike on the nose, straight at the wedding, and everyone runs away, and Ming's running away, and then it just goes straight through the center of his stomach, and he gets impaled on the ship, and it's fucking rad.
Well, how big
It's
is this
boring.
guy?
What, Ming the Merciless?
Yeah.
He's not that big.
Oh.
But the spike on the end is a really long spike. So,
Oh, okay.
well, yeah, so
That makes
it's
sense.
fucking rad, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
one of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Hawkman!
I've heard about it. I've heard Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Flash Gordon.
That's it.
Same conversation.
100%.
Shawshank Redemption
Yeah.
underneath the both.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. I did see something about how Superman would have really fucked up the Earth in the one film where he moves the moon to do something.
Ooh.
He moves the moon to stop that was it. I think like to make an eclipse so that he could stop the sun because the thing he was fighting also got the power from the sun or some fucking bullshit.
Right.
That would have fucked the Earth up.
Yeah.
I'd have been fucked.
You'd have to put it back exactly right afterwards. Otherwise,
Even in that time, still would have been fucked.
it probably would have been fucked.
The
Yeah.
tsunamis that would have come just from that.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
I'd have fucked
Just
it up,
suddenly
man.
ripping all of them to one side of the fucking planet.
Oh, it really would have fucked up the planet like crazy for that time. He didn't give a shit. He was still doing his thing. You didn't see him
He's
flying off.
Superman.
Yeah, but you didn't see him flying off to save anyone in those moments after.
He can just fly off to another planet.
He can just turn back time apparently.
He can turn back time.
Once he figured out he could turn back time, why the hell did he do anything?
I know, it's just like, what? Oh no, the world's going to end. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to have a few cheeseburgers first, because I can always turn back time.
Oh man, you know what I grew up wishing I could have is Bernard's watch. Did you ever watch that?
Oh mate, Bernard's watch.
People talk about being Iron Man and shit. Nah,
That
that's the real
ultimate
power.
superpower is
Shit.
Bernard's watch. You
Shit.
cannot beat that shit. You can just go beep and everything is stopped.
And you know by now as well they'd have an updated version that could go back in time as well.
Yeah,
You know they would.
yeah.
I bet this
I
person
remember
would
there
want
was
one.
one where he was like at a stately home or something, and there was someone trying to fucking steal shit from it, and he kept on moving gnomes around and stuff to act like the gnomes were staring at him and stuff, and managed to get them to run away. It's like that is a fucking genius way to use that watch.
Oh yeah, genius.
Creeping people the fuck out.
Not
with
tying
gnomes.
up the robbers.
No, because the robbers were like, they would start putting stuff in, and then he literally paused time, and while they were sat at their backstand, he just like lay out 16 gnomes behind them, and they turned around like, what the fuck? I mean,
You could have
imagine
just took a
that.
photo, froze time, go to the police station, drop it there,
Yeah.
gone back.
At the
But
same
no,
time, mate.
he fucked him with gnomes.
Yeah, but imagine that how he didn't want to just get them arrested.
No, I'm not saying that it's
He
a bad or
wanted
worse idea.
to mentally cripple these men for life.
But then he definitely should have tied.
And
Okay, in
the
that
worst
case,
bit
tie him
about
up
it,
as well.
the worst bit about it is they can't even just, wish it away as like, oh, I was just having a bad day, I was just tripping out a bit, because both of
Yeah.
them saw all of it.
That might have made it worse. Maybe they should have killed one. Maybe the gnome should have killed one
Yeah.
and in front of him while they're both. Because like I
Yeah.
said, there should have been. I think the one should have woke up like, oh, what's going on?
And there's just
And
a
then-
gnome falling out the sky in front of him.
Squashes his friend's head, and then freezes time, and then a gnome suddenly appears in front of him.
Yeah.
Like weeping angels.
Yeah.
That kind of shit,
Each time he goes to run away, you pause it, flip him back down in front of it, and it's like he's like, oh, scrambles away, and he's getting closer. Oh shit, getting closer. Oh shit, bang.
Man, I just realised something.
What?
We just realised the origins of whoever is controlling the weeping angels in Doctor Who.
Oh really?
It's a Bernard's watch kid growing up,
Holy shit, son.
and he just freezes the watch when the angels are there.
Yeah.
And then every time they're not looking, he's creeping them closer,
Yeah.
freezing the watch.
That's fucking.
As long as you don't include the later episodes
He's
that
a-
show them moving, because that
Yeah.
was just stupid.
That. Why would you show them? That
Exactly.
literally ruins the entire point.
That's why we don't talk about those years.
So another one. Lord Louis Mountbatten. Do you know about Mountbatten?
Lord Louis Mountbatten.
He was assassinated by the Irish Republican Army, the IRA,
Oh, I see.
on August the 27th, 1979.
You fucking IRA. What?
Mountbatten was a lobster potting aboard his boat, the Shadow 5, when an IRA bomb exploded, killing Mountbatten, his grandson Nicholas, and Paul Maxwell, a 15-year-old crew member from Enniskillen.
Oh, yum. Oh,
In Cuffremagan.
for call for Morgan.
Yeah, something
Can't
like
believe that happened to him.
that. So,
You wouldn't think that would happen this time of day.
Yeah.
But they, IRA, that fuckers. But they're still around now.
they are still around.
Oh, fuck. I take back my earlier insult. You-
The thing is, the
Don't
IRA,
hurt me. I like Mrs. Brown's boys.
People find it funny that
It's good.
Yeah, people have a problem with her.
Actually do.
People have a problem with
Go on.
Hamas and stuff like that being a
What?
political organisation.
With what?
Hamas.
Oh,
being a
Hamas.
political organisation.
People have a
controlling
problem
it.
with Hamas. Are you sure?
Yeah,
Oh,
but here's the thing: the IRA have a political party,
now still? Or...
Yeah.
Really?
even now.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Who were they?
There was the IRA, who were the political side, and
Yeah.
then there was the real IRA,
Oh, right.
who were the ones who went out and did the other stuff.
Yeah.
And there was always a certain degree of, oh no, we don't want to be having that. That's a terrible thing to be doing.
We're not
over there, but
associated, though.
We don't want to be associating with that, but at the same time, fucking good job.
I understand why.
lads.
I see why. I get the point.
So Mountbatten was very much one of the people who was trying to unify all of Ireland.
But he
underneath
wasn't an IRA man.
England. Yeah, he wanted it to be all England, all the UK, all controlled by Westminster, and he paid the price.
Well, I think if he'd have paid the price, then he probably wouldn't have got killed.
Well, yeah, true.
Give me $10. No, give me £10. Yeah, pound. Give me 10.
Pounds, yeah.
Give me £10.
Well, actually, did he use the euro?
Back
They
then.
might use the euro.
Even back then.
No, I suppose not then.
But back then. No, they use the
Well, they've
euro
been
now.
using then, I suppose.
They use the euro now, other than Northern Ireland. Obviously,
Yeah, that's
the
right.
part of UK.
Northern Ireland's part of the UK.
Exactly, which is so weird. It makes no. It's just so strange.
Yeah,
I mean, I can see how Scotland will eventually go the same way.
yeah.
They're trying their fucking hardest every year to leave.
Yeah, they really are.
They really want to go, and I get it.
I get it.
But what the hell have Scotland really got though?
Not much.
Well, what has Ireland got though?
Not much.
But if Scotland legalises bud, then I'm moving.
100%. In a second.
I think I've even got
I
ties.
would
I've got
open up-
ties to Scotland too.
I would open up a cafe immediately.
Oh yeah.
Immediately. I like in Edinburgh, I'd invite all of my favourite
Oh, yeah,
comedians
go
to come
there,
up
that'd
and
be
do
great.
a show at Edinburgh.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't have to pay for the fucking thing. Oh, here we go, Leon. Hey, a provisional IRA, the real IRA, the official IRA. How many times do you change your name, guys?
I just loved how
Yeah.
excited you got about a comment.
I
then.
love having comments, man. It makes me feel good. I'm glad you're watching, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah, yeah. Much love, Leon.
Yeah.
Well, what was it? I didn't see what's it. Provisional RA. Did they change their name a lot then, did they?
There are so many versions of the IRA. He's right. Like,
That's
let's-
still
let's-
a thing now. It's crazy that that's still a thing now. Go on, yeah. Let's use the
IRA,
interwebs.
Your list of IRA.
See, I told you that it's bullshit, the number that comes through on the thing, because whenever it just, the number never changes, apparently.
Yeah.
It still doesn't always show all the
Fuck
comments
me.
as well.
All right. Irish.
I'm going to
people-
pay so we can put it onto
So,
Kick as well.
Leon, it's worse than we thought, right? So, Irish People's Liberation Organisation, that's one. The Irish Republican Army, IRA, that's another. The Irish Republican Army number 2, that's the second one.
Hold on,
The
before,
Irish Ar-
before we go any further,
Yeah.
Leon, please drop a subscribe, because we need some subscribes.
That'd be cool.
Do that, cool.
That'd be
Alright,
cool.
carry on.
It's up
And
to you.
anyone else watching too,
Up to
but
you.
specifically him, because he's actually... I know his name.
You don't have to ask. You know, you-
I do have to ask, motherfucker, subscribe! Turn the shit off if you're not going to subscribe.
Don't turn it off.
If he's not going to subscribe, suck my balls.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a shitload of IRAs.
Can I body shame him?
No.
Oh.
We don't know what his body looks like.
I know, but
Final one. Final one.
I feel like I have to ask that in every stream. I didn't get a chance until today, so
That's true.
until now. I forgot.
Final one today, guys. Before we go on a little bit of an outro, because I feel like we've got more to talk about still about the Trump stuff as well.
Oh,
'cause
dear.
fuck me. The assassination of Shinzo Abe.
Oh,
Now this was on
Shinzo-
July
you're
2022.
pronouncing that wrong. Shinzo Abe.
Shinzo Abe.
Ah, much better actually. I get it.
So, this happened during near the end of lockdown, basically.
Oh, look at wow.
Um,
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
The former Prime Minister of Japan and a serving member of the House of Representatives was shot to death
Yes,
while
yes.
speaking at a political event outside Yamamoto Sadaji Station in Nara City.
I didn't even feel like that was 2 years ago. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
surprising.
Abe was delivering a campaign speech for the Liberal Democratic Party, and he was fatally shot by a 41-year-old Tetsuya Yamagami.
You wouldn't expect it in Japan, would you?
Now, here's the fucked up thing, though. It was with an improvised firearm. Do you remember that?
Wow.
He made the gun and the ammunition himself.
Oh, I'm suddenly have a little bit of respect for this fella.
And he went like legit, like in comparison to what happened with the Trump thing, this guy like with a full blown assault rifle, full blown scope, all that stuff, prepped and ready to shoot. And there's this guy who's like, you know what?
Yeah.
I hate this man so much. That was Chinese. I don't know what Chinese. And
It's still a hell of a lot nearer than anything I
yeah.
could have done. So
I hate
I'm going to
this
find.
man
I want to find
so
this gun.
much.
What was the
I
name?
will make a
Actually, I'll get it on
gun
there.
and shoot him.
Shinzo Abe was it?
Shinzo Abe.
Shinzo Abe.
I do apologise if that was a terrible accent. It really was.
I've done. I've seen so many games
At
where
least
they
I wasn't
do.
doing like full blown like fucking racist one.
I can do one for you.
No, we're good.
But it'll make yours seem less racist.
That's true. It would. It would definitely would.
Okay, well we'll hold it off.
We'll
But
hold it off for
if
now.
they complain, then I'll do it.
Then we can do it.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, they've seen the gun. That's come up straight away. Look, I want to see the gun. I want the people to see the gun. Hold on. You can carry on letting us know the other stuff while I'm finding the gun.
So while Abe was giving his speech, the alleged perpetrator, we know it was him, Tetsuya Yamagami, was able to approach within several meters despite the presence of security. Again, like, what are these people doing? This is their job, god damn it.
Say that again,
Shinzo
sorry.
Abe is at the top there.
Yeah, I got the finger, I think, didn't I? Did I have the name on that boy? No, it's right. I got the name right. It's a bullshit. I'm going on to Google. Man, why can no other search engine do anything right?
No. That's the gun.
Oh, it did now. Fuck's sake.
That's the gun.
Oh, stop. There we go.
Wait.
My God, these are terrible. This is why you should just use Google.
Yeah, it should. Yeah.
Fucking Bing. Trying to give Microsoft a chance because, you know, like, I've appreciated their cloud gaming. That shit's fucking good.
That shit is fire.
Now I'm trying to give them a chance here and they just... What do they do? It's just fucked up now, look.
Yeah.
Screw
So,
you guys, I gave you a chance.
he was shot from behind with a homemade gun resembling
Wow.
a sawed-off shotgun. Double-barreled shotgun. Oh, sorry, resembling a double-barreled shotgun.
Yeah.
Capable of firing 6 bullets at a time.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Oh, wow, okay, look. See, straight away fucking finger gave it to us. Actually, that's better. I
That's
like
the one
design.
there, yeah, that's it.
I'm guessing that's the actual gun, but I like the design.
The first shot missed and prompted Abe to turn around, at which point the second shot was fired, hitting Abe in the neck and chest.
Wow.
Abe took a few steps forward, fell to his knees, and collapsed. Abe's security detained the suspect, who did not resist. According to the security guard stationed during the assassination, the sound of the gunshot was very different from that of a conventional firearm, reminiscent of fireworks or a tyre blowout. This may explain the delay of the response from Abe's bodyguards after the first round of gunshots.
Doesn't fucking zoom, man. Oh, here we go. If you click it, it works. Okay. I didn't know who that is.
Yeah, so
Okay,
literally,
here we
I
go.
mean,
Okay.
you can see how he built it. Tape.
That's crazy. It's literally just duct taped up.
And he's got...
I mean,
an
duct tape chip works, so...
It's got an electrical trigger.
Oh, yeah, okay. You can
So
zoom in as well. Cool.
What he had was basically an electrical thing at the bottom that would put a charge through the gunpowder and fire it.
Wow.
So in
Plastic trigger, possibly 2 pieces. So
yeah,
maybe they
there's
don't
the
have it
battery
anymore.
at the bottom as well.
Yeah.
So literally, he's basically rigged it up to discharge the battery into the fucking gunpowder, and that fires the gun.
That's some fucking... So I'm guessing it's hard to get guns in Japan.
It's hard to get guns. It's also like firing pins, especially,
Yeah.
are like officially a problem because like they are very specifically designed. They are designed to go in specific guns,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
cannot get them for love nor money in a country that does not have a lot of guns.
So
So
you cannot get them for love nor money.
yeah,
What does that mean?
it's really difficult to get them.
You weird say. I've never heard that saying
That's a
before.
great saying.
I thought it. I always hear say like it's like you and the hippie man. You always
Yeah.
come up with sayings that I've never heard.
That's a fucking classic. That
Oh,
one.
it makes sense. I understood it straight away.
Yeah.
You can't give anyone money and you can't give them blowjobs
yeah,
to get them.
and they still won't get. Yeah, exactly. They won't give it to you. But that's an ingenious way of getting around not having the firing pin.
That's
Just
crazy.
fucking
Yeah.
light it up with electricity instead.
Like he really wanted to make sure he killed him.
Yeah.
And what did he say then? He managed to come up from behind.
Yeah, and it fires 6 bullets at a time, remember?
That's great. Yeah. So
So
like
there's
3
6
in each
bullets
one.
in each of those things.
Wow, 3 in each tube. I
Yeah.
imagine. Then.
No, 6. It said 6 bullets at a time.
Yeah. So
right,
3.
actually.
3 in
you
each
might be
tube.
right.
I mean.
It might be 3 as opposed to... I thought it was 12 in total, but yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been, but that would be a lot of space.
Yeah, you'd think you'd need the space for the 3 rounds.
That's crazy, man, that you've managed to do that.
I mean, yeah,
I mean, you can even see the actual gun here as well.
that's not the gun.
Is that not the actual gun, or is that just...
The taped one is the gun.
What happened then, like, with the gun afterwards?
Well, there it is. That's
Yeah.
it.
Or that one?
That's it, both.
Actually, yeah, you can see him holding it
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Oh, did they keep the gun afterwards then? What
Well,
happened
of course,
to it?
it's evidence, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem as if there's any actual, like, proper photos of the gun really, like, now, Oh,
Yeah.
this is a better one, though. Ugh.
I mean, you don't want to fuck around with this guy in prison. If he can make a gun...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but to be fair, he looked like... if you saw the picture of him, he looked like he needed a gun to kill
He
someone. Look
probably
at him.
did, yeah.
I mean, if I saw this guy, he doesn't really look to me like somebody I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't fuck with
Yeah,
him.
he's not intimidating.
No.
Let's say that, yeah.
He'd be somebody that if I was in prison, I'd be like, I need this guy on my side.
Yeah.
This dude can build anything. Let's go MacGyver on him.
Yeah, he's a bit of a death MacGyver, yeah.
It is just crazy that he just built
40
this shit, man.
centimetres long. It's almost
See-
a half a metre long.
That, I understand, not
The
realising...
thing is as well, it's like it's just chunky and big enough and weird enough to not look like it's actually a gun.
It looks like a camera.
It does a bit.
Like, I was about to say, I can understand them not realising he's there, and he doesn't look menacing either, he looks normal.
Yeah.
I can understand them not realising until the last moment, until the shot's gone off.
Yeah.
But that is completely, like, 180 to the Trump thing. Who should have seen it.
Yeah.
They literally did see him.
Yeah.
Have you seen the videos of the actual guy, like, doing the shooty and beforehand and stuff?
Yeah. Let's put those on. Actually, that's a perfect way to end.
Yeah. Because it's like there's videos and everything of them, like,
Let's check on the chat just quick, just to be sure.
Oh, yeah.
Just to be sure. That's all right. That's all right. You people are still watching. We love you for it.
I mean, he loves you for it. I have a slight appreciation.
He's got an erection. He's lying.
Well, that's normal.
All right. Okay.
I used to have an erection.
How long have you had?
Yeah,
it for?
I have an
You might
erection
need to-
right now, and that's how much of a micro I have.
Yeah.
This is the issue.
All right.
That was why I decided to go celibate. Not because...
You know,
I've-
if it's harder for like 12 for longer than like 12 hours, you should go see a doctor.
Really?
Yeah.
What if you're purposely trying to make it that without?
That's
also called edging.
It's called a priapism.
No. Have you've seen
Literally kill
no.
your cock.
American Pie 2?
Yeah.
American Pie 2. Thank you. It's called tantric. You just
Tantric.
need to get into that frame of mind a bit more.
Yeah, of course.
Just get
Yeah.
there. You
I
can
need to
get
be
there.
like
That's the
Sting.
levels.
I need to be like Sting.
No, like Sting, he's a fake man. Look at his.
Uh-huh.
Look at his face. Does he look like somebody who's mastered sexual orgasm?
He says he has.
Well, he says a
He
lot
was
of things.
one of the big guys who was into tantric.
Yeah, well, he says a lot of things. He looks like he's got a lot of pent up aggression to me.
He does.
Maybe he could master it, but he can't master getting a boner anymore. Then something's going on. What's I looking? I forgot what I was looking for now. Trump.
Yeah.
I had a Trump shooter. Trump shooter. That should work. Okay, naturally, appears. That's all that people are going to be talking about for a while now.
Oh yeah.
Like, and the news and all that stuff's
Yeah.
going to be everywhere.
It's one of the reasons why we wanted to do it live as well, so that we could get
Yeah.
a little bit of a bit out earlier. You know.
Is that the actual bit? No, I see the moment that. Oh, no, that looks like afterwards again.
Yeah, they're not going to show the actual moment on the news bits because.
What of what?
Well, I suppose they
They
would.
do. They're showing the moment from, like, as in
The shot,
Donald Trump
yeah.
way, yeah. I mean, you look at the guy and he doesn't look like in any manner what you would think he would have looked like.
No, definitely not.
Apparently, like, I've seen people coming out saying that he was, like, endlessly bullied in high school and stuff.
Yeah.
But I know lots of people that were bullied loads in high school. And that's not a reason that you would go. I think he must have been just a bit whacked out,
Oh yeah,
just for some reason.
Yeah.
The pandemic whacked out a lot of that generation.
they really did.
because it was all during their peak, like,
And the
so
thing is,
that's
again,
when I really
let's-
grew socially.
Let's
is
look at
during
it
that
from
time.
his head. His head is like, oh, I'm stopping this evil guy, but he's not really. He's just.
Yeah, in his head, that's probably the kind of thing
That's
that
what
he's
he's
thinking.
thinking, yeah.
But all he actually did was cement
Empower him,
with
yeah.
make sure. Oh, this might be him. Look, this is what you want to go to. Because I know it was it was like a portrait video.
Yeah.
I know that. So, the bits that I did see. Because there were literally like a party going on around where he was. There was a party going on of people that wanted to just be nearby, and then when he started talking, they were like, "Yeah, we'll go a bit closer. We couldn't see him, but we could hear him."
Yeah.
Trump, and that's when they could see the guy, and they alerted the police around, and they were like, "Why is Trump still talking? Like we told you that there's a guy up there aiming a rifle at him."
So why aren't you doing something about it? Yeah.
That's the part that obviously are going to be what needs to be investigated now,
Yeah.
which probably will never be, and if it is, we'll never know anything about.
I mean, there are
The
people who
shooting,
say that
let's
they faked
explain
it, but
this.
again, I don't think.
Yeah, I know. I don't believe any of that stuff. There's no reason why they would need to fake it.
No, you didn't need it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, in that
You're right,
sense,
you
you
didn't
mean.
need it. Yeah.
I was in like Trump. Yeah. Yeah. He didn't need it, and you. If they faked it, it never would have touched him.
No, exactly.
You wouldn't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't risk. Even though I think, like like I said, some of the stuff I saw Trump doing wrestling and that, he could take a bash to the ear.
Yeah.
I think he could take that, but you wouldn't choose to have a bullet possibly like
Kill
wind exists.
Yeah.
Like that couldn't do that on
Literally
purpose.
an inch wrong and he's dead.
And if it was someone like that, it would have been a fucking like army, marine
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, a vet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't have, and it just doesn't make sense. I don't know how that kid won, and then the kid was there as well.
Yeah.
Just
Doesn't make sense.
firing blanks.
Yeah. Should we? Yeah. I want to see this footage.
Got it. Just, I mean, this is a book because their wife, mate.
Yeah, throwing things off of the roof. Look.
Yeah. Let's go back a second actually because they were talking about it. I didn't realise. So I'm gonna put the volume on actually.
Let's play this
Yeah.
video.
This is them away from the rally. People are that way.
Yeah, throwing things off of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down, see him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
This is before anyway you can hear Trump talking.
What's happening?
So just make sure.
Yeah,
that-
look.
There he is.
Just go back because we missed a couple of seconds then
Yeah.
while I was checking to make sure it's done.
Yeah, look.
There he is.
There's an officer, I think that we showed him too.
Yeah.
You can literally see him look bear crawling and that over. In all honesty, I'm surprised none of them jumped up onto the roof.
Yeah.
But I suppose
Well,
they had no
'cause He's
idea.
got a gun.
Yeah, they had no idea as well. Like, what kind? If they probably knew he was this 20-year-old kid, they might have.
Yeah.
Because I mean, some of these Trump people are crazy about Trump.
You're right, and some of them would be armed.
That's true as well. Yeah, especially these ones that weren't in the rally.
Yeah.
You can literally see him. It's crazy. And all these
Of course,
people are
there's
aware
some
of it.
additional information that we are learning about the
Here
shooter
it
and
is.
the shooter.
This is Ben Measley as it's on. I think it's Midas Touching Network. I think that's the actual channel. Yeah, I'm totally subscribed.
Nice.
Full screen it. There we go. I'm totally subscribed to it.
Yeah.
As should you be. As before you. No, after you subscribe to us. Though.
We previously reported, and others have as well now.
You're really blue eyes, hasn't he?
20 years
Yeah.
old, registered.
He also needs to
Republican.
shave his head though.
Some had described him
I guarantee he was
He's
balding
registered
on top.
Republican.
loner. Others
God.
said they weren't really
Yeah.
clear
Is that what
about
thing he is?
any of his kind of political beliefs, although some people who knew him claimed that his views were conservative in nature and in the debates that would take place
That's the
in
same
high
as Trump.
school, or that he would associate with people with Trump hats, although there was some conflicting information on that. Here is the Inquirer, Philadelphia Inquirer article: FBI probing motives, background of Thomas Matthew Crooks, the Western Pennsylvania gunman behind the Trump assassination attempt. Former classmates described Crooks as politically conservative and a loner.
It's not surprising at all that they've used it was an AR-15. It's always the same gun,
Yeah,
isn't it,
it's
in
the
these
bump
things?
stock that does it. So the AR-15...
And it's cheap, from what I've heard.
Yeah, they're cheap. They're everywhere. The ammunition's plentiful. But you can also turn an AR-15 into basically an almost full automatic rifle from a semi-automatic.
I don't know what this one was, but...
Or is it a semi-automatic from a single shot? I can't remember.
Have you seen this video talking to the guy that knows him?
No?
Okay, let's have a look at... Because this guy seems to have a few more details, so let's have a look at more details as well.
Max Smith remembered.
Former student Max Smith remembered Crooks as an intelligent classmate with conservative political leanings. Smith recalled participating in a mock debate in a course they took together, where their teacher posed questions on government policy and had students stand on opposite sides of the classroom to signal their support or opposition. The majority of the class were on the Liberal side. I'm guessing that's opposite to Trump.
Yeah.
Okay. But Tom, the shooter man, no matter what, always stood his ground on the Conservative side, the Trump side.
Yeah.
That's still the picture I have of him, Smith said, just standing alone on one side while the rest of the class was on the other. So,
Yeah.
so you know what then? I'm putting two and two together. He got bullied a lot in school. Maybe he ended up blaming Trump for all of that.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean? Because he followed it and maybe he did some stuff he didn't agree with and he felt like he'd let him down.
Either that or his parents always raised him to be a Republican, and then he grew up and sort of changed his political beliefs and felt like really empowered by
But this
Well,
was
you know-
only like a couple of years ago they talked
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
true, yeah. I don't know. But if people
Maybe he
change, they
did.
change hard.
Yeah, and he realised, and then he realised everything. He realised he got bullied and all that
Yeah.
for something he didn't believe in.
Yeah.
Could be, yeah. Because this basically goes to the video that we're going to see.
Posed
in a
questions.
minute, the guy.
Alone on classes and was shy. She said that he had a group of friends who were fairly conservative, some of whom would wear Trump hats. There was definitely
Yeah,
chatter
once
about
again.
him looking a little different, the classmates said of Crooks, almost a retro
Oh,
nerd.
see, they're putting it a bit nicely, I think.
Let's
When we talk
I
to...
mean, he was
let's
sit
go.
alone at lunch.
There you go.
In what way can you explain?
Oh, hold on.
He was bullied almost every day.
In what way can you explain?
I mean,
Yeah,
he
I
would sit
bullied
alone
him.
at lunch. I mean, he was just an outcast.
Yeah,
You know
I
how
bullied
kids are
him.
nowadays. So
I think he said he
they're
bullied
gonna
him.
see
No,
something
no,
like that
that's
and
not
they'll
what
target
I
him because they think it's funny or whatever. So it's the best way I can describe it. And it's honestly kind of sad. Like, I don't want to say this is what provoked it, but you never know.
You said he was alone?
Yeah. I want to say he was a loner more because he was quiet, but like he was just bullied. Like he was bullied so much.
This is high school.
Yeah.
What did they say? Do you remember at all what they said to him?
See, but the interesting thing is as well there though, me talking about the pandemic like screwing him up. At the same time though, if he was bullied like in school, he'd have probably liked the pandemic.
Probably.
Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe, he must have just been messed up a bit in the head probably. Something's there obviously that we're not known about yet.
Yeah. It'll all start coming to light soon enough.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be the biggest story for
A while.
a while.
I'm surprised that fuck, I was gonna say then.
Trump or Biden?
No, it was about him. It was about the kid and that. That
Well,
no,
it was in-
I'm surprised that they actually killed him.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, maybe if they went to get him and he was just, or actually, I think it was the snipers, weren't it? Actually, that killed him. It was the snipers that took him out. That was
Right.
it. That's how they confirmed it so quick.
Right.
The snipers took him out because they were obviously trained to probably see where they probably saw, considering they were positioned behind him as well on that rooftop.
Yeah.
They probably saw where it came from straight away, especially once he started doing multiple shots. So,
Yeah.
and they probably, I don't know, sure, you have to assume that when those people that were around the guy and seen him beforehand, like when they told the police that, I don't know, the police just didn't relay the message
Mm.
to the Secret Service or the I don't see how that doesn't get to him quickly.
No, it doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, it's miraculous for all of these things to both have gone wrong,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
even at the last minute, with it all going wrong, he still didn't actually get shot and killed.
It is crazy. The
Yeah.
people that see him, like the people that are all, back him and also very God people,
Yeah.
they're going to be loving it because they are going to be
100%.
seeing it.
They're
Like
gonna
exactly
see it
what
as-
Trump
yeah,
said.
Exactly.
It's like it was
God
God.
is protecting him because he is right, and yeah.
Because statistically, man, it's hard to argue
It's-
a part
I mean,
of it
it's
if
so
you believe in that
fucking- It's
stuff.
crazy. It is crazy. The amount of coincidences
Yeah.
that's come together. I mean, fucking hell, man.
Like, 'cause that was the one thing as well that I was really surprised about. That you didn't touch on at all during your thing. Is the
Yeah.
JFK thing.
Well, yeah, the JFK thing's obvious, though, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's been done to
everyone-
death.
Everyone's done.
We've already done it as well before, I think.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Whether that was me or you or...
Yeah, we've
It
done
was
a
us,
deep dive
yeah.
on all of it. Yeah,
I still want to go back and do another one.
There's so much more to uncover on that.
Hmm. But that's like the, like a version of another giant failure of the Secret Service.
Yeah.
They have a weird history of it.
They keep on having these moments where they seem to almost get complacent.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, nothing can go wrong. We've got this covered, and it's like,
Yeah.
shit keeps going wrong, dude. This
Yeah.
is your job. Shit goes wrong.
But then, you see, it's weird though, because at the same time, as much as it's like they fucking failed like crazy in that sense,
Yeah.
they did a great job, I think, as soon as the first shot and Trump realised, like, they were in straight away, on top. Even when he stood up and that, and they knew the gunner had been taken out, they still
Well, because there could
wanted
be
to make...
another active
Exactly,
shooting.
yeah. I mean, they did that well, but I mean, I suppose it's not that hard to dogpile someone.
No. Dog pile.
No, it's not that hard. I mean, I'm saying that actually though. Let's at the end of it go back and have a look at the actual footage because we talked about it now, and I don't know if I'm remembering it all correctly. I want to see the actual footage again.
Yeah, after this, I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah. Because I'm feeling now like it might have been the fact that he realised and dropped to the floor that was actually
The
more.
weirdest thing as well is I was born in a town called Rayleigh.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck me.
I'm guessing not in the same thing. There you go. I've got to have it on there. There's no volume.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old, and
Get to it!
Uh,
Some of them already seem to be looking over to the side, which is strange look.
yeah, because they can probably hear people doing a commotion.
Yeah, to be fair, there was a
you
lot
want
around
to
there.
really see something that said, take a look what happened.
Yeah, actually, they were telling him to get down as well, so it was a bit of both. He quickly, actually, to be fair play with Trump, he responded quickly as well,
Yeah,
like
he
he
did, yeah.
was on it, he knew what to do. Somewhere off to the left, you can't see the person who actually died, it's somewhere
Yeah.
to the left. Because there was the three things behind him, right, and it was the one over there, I think. It's one of those moments that it's like, this is going to be another moment in history kind of
100%,
thing.
yeah.
Like, it's going to be one of those moments, it's going to be like another, JFK type thing. Like, the discussion we just had about, like, trying to understand the psychology of why the kid did it is going to be an endless discussion, full stop now.
Yeah.
Because they obviously, I suppose, they took him out because, like, he fucking probably had plenty of ammunition to carry on as well. He was actively still shooting on any of those points, though.
Yeah.
And see, that's the moment when he, like, comes kind of back to it a bit, and it's, look at the crowd, man, going, like, he knows what he's doing, mate. It's crazy in that moment.
You
But
can
I kinda
literally
just
hear him say, wait.
Did he?
Yeah, listen.
He just accidentally do a Hitler salute, I don't know if you realise in a
You
moment.
go back. There you go.
yeah. Fair play. He knows what he's doing, man. Making the most of... See, he does a salute there.
I think he's just doing a wave.
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
but
But you know, some people are gonna. Yeah, I think adrenaline pumping then as well. He's probably got a load of adrenaline going
Fucking
in.
hell, man.
I mean, he's old as well to say he had to drop to the floor. That's not, Biden could not have dealt with that shit.
No, Biden would have been dead.
Probably, because he would not have reacted. He
Say
would
what
have
was
stayed there.
that?
You're probably right. There's a good chance Biden wouldn't have survived it.
That was crazy.
It's the crazy thing, man. Like, even when he's off to the car as well, he's still...
They're trying to force him in. He's holding his fist up. Well, there we go.
There you go.
That was a little trip down memory lane of other assassinations, topped off on both ends by
Bookended.
Bookended by some Donald Trump assassinating footage and information. So that's
It's been a good one.
that's squishy logic.
You were a
for
lot
this
later
week.
than you said you needed to go, your nipple.
Yeah, I know, but that's
Not too bad, actually, though.
that's always the way. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Right then, so as
Yeah.
always, though, make sure you go over to the Spotify's and all that.
Always do that.
Drop a follow on there. Listen to some stuff. You can hear us on the go, or just whatever you listen to right now as well. Though, drop a subscribe on. What is it? A subscribe, isn't it, for YouTube?
Yeah.
And then on Twitch, it's a follow.
I think so. Yeah.
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 We need these things, so
Just-
drop a subscribe or a
If
follow,
you enjoyed
whatever.
the show, make
No,
sure
if you
that
enjoyed
can
it,
listen to
fucking do it anyway.
Do it anyway.
Anyway, if you enjoyed it.
Give us the like.
I tell you what, actually, if you enjoyed it, drop a like or follow or subscribe.
Yep.
If you didn't enjoy it, drop a like, follow or subscribe, and suck my dick.
Yeah, and leave us a comment, a nasty comment, and then we'll go like, haha, it's all good for the algorithm. Anyway.
Nasty comments get me going.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I love a good. Oh.
Right, anyway, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That has been Squishy Logic for this week.
Yep.
I have been Nathan Parrish.
He has indeed.
That has been Carl.
KD Hinken. Remember always to keep that stuff squishy, just like Donald Trump's ear.
And until then, keep it logical.
I forgot to get rid of the window. Hey!